Hey family, it's good to see you guys. Um from everywhere. You guys are joining. Do me a favor and just press the like button. All right. I know we just started, so you can do that as well if you feel like doing so. Realize that we need to, as people, if they feel like doing it, you can't really force people to do what they don't want to do. But if you feel like doing it, do it. And if you would like this message to go out there to reach a lot of people, more than just you and me here, you can still do the same thing. Like, subscribe, um, you share as well with your friend. Sharing is caring, right? When you share, it means you care about the message, and you want others as well to get that message. We're gonna have really nice session today. I think I've done that yesterday. A long time, I had people coming here and sharing their messages and their thoughts, because we, Swahili Nation, One Africa, SNOA, we say that we are voice to the muteless. We believe everybody has a voice, but we're muted a lot of times. So we took initiative to start this platform so that you guys can have a voice as well. So when we see your comments, and sometimes we have a session like this for you guys to come to actually raise your voices as well. So that will be a session for today as well. I'll have a time. I'll drop the link in the comment section. And if you're out there and you would like to share something, to say something about what is happening right now in Niger, and whatever it is, all right, because I don't want to be the only person talking, you know what I'm saying? You guys can also contribute. So, for the startup, just drop comments in the section. Let us know where you're joining from, and let's just holler at each other, right? I'm glad that you guys are joining right now. For those who are watching now and those who will be watching later, I bless you. So I'm just going to raise a word of prayer, and then I'll go ahead and read these comments and see where you're joining from, and then we'll start from there. It's good to see familiar names here already. God, I thank you for today. It's another beautiful day, and Aluta continue. We're still fighting, we're still standing, we're still moving forward. No matter what, we ain't gonna stop. Some of us will crawl, some of us will walk, some of us will run, some of us will fly, but we must move forward. So we pray that this session today will bring that spirit, that hope, and a way out of the situation we're having right now in Africa. I pray all these things in your name. Amen. All right. So it's good to see familiar names here. Teresa, you are the very first person to comment in this today's stream. So I want to shout out at you, Teresa Thompson. Appreciate having you here. Jabi Kausu, Abdullah Habu, Patricia Matthews. I remember you gave super chat actually today, even yesterday as well. Sending love to Jamaica. One love, one Africa. Appreciate that. Dereje Johannes. Appreciate for joining. Asaruludu Odma, donation for orphans and street children. Appreciate that. That's a message right there. Appreciate for the greetings. Dan Moses, Safia, Le Joseph. I remember yesterday you also gave super chat yesterday. Appreciate. Thank you. Welcome back to the family. It's good to have you here. Van GGG, Gil Chepindi. I love that name. That it looks African. Chepindi. Faro. We have Faro here. Gil Nahama, Informa, Patricia again. Bless you. Blessed up. M2M upward. All right. Appreciate. Yeah, I see from USA, Brooklyn, New York. Where else? Jamaica. What other countries are here? That's so far the countries I have here. Yeah, W, it's good to see you, W, again. Polo Alawi, it's good to see you. Namuyiga Rashidad, it's good to see you as well. Yeah, it's just really good to see you guys there and commenting, feel like I'm talking to somebody actually. Yeah. So welcome everybody. Yeah, smash the like button, and then we're gonna move on. So very soon I'll be dropping the link in the comment section for you guys to check it out, for you guys to actually join me here and to share as well, because I want to give more opportunity today to other people as well to talk. The reason why is because today, a couple minutes ago, we've just released a new video. We appreciate for the reaction and for the response from you guys. The love and the support has been really big. We dropped video basically 2 hours ago. Let me show you guys here. For those who haven't seen, I highly encourage you guys to go and to check it out. You love it. Video right here. Here's how we save Niger. Where's African leaders and other stuff. Yeah, 2 hours ago. The response has been really nice. 2 hours. We have more than 10,000 viewers already in 2 hours. So I appreciate you guys for standing there with us and for supporting as well. Yeah. If you go to analytics, actually, you can see. So YouTube usually delays counting the viewers because there's a lot of viewers coming and watching. So it takes some time to count and to show there. Yeah, I see from Ethiopia here, Rashad of Canada, Toronto, Canada, and Cherise, good to see you. I love you guys too. I love Ethiopia. I love you guys. You know that. We're on a mission right now for our brothers and sisters in Niger. Until they're only from South Africa. I remember you. It's good to have you here. Okay, you guys can hear me, right? Oh yeah, you can hear me. From Kenya. All right, let's see one Africa there before I begin. I want to see one Africa there. So we have Kenya, Ethiopia, Ivory Coast. From Lagos. Appreciate Joe Samil from Lagos. I hope I'll have you here today. I'm going to be sharing the link very soon to have different opinion. And I'd love to have all the countries in Africa. I'd love to have somebody from Nigeria to hear your thought. Yesterday we had here somebody from Nigeria. We had our mother, diaspora from all the way from the US, and she's going to move to Uganda very soon. It was really nice conversation with her. Patricia Matthew say we love you all from the continent. I see Caribbean in the house. Robert from Zambia, appreciate that. I see Zambia. So let's do me a favor. We have someone from Kenya, from Ethiopia, from Caribbean, from Zambia, Melion from Eritrea joining here, from the US, from Canada. All of you guys, I want you guys to come here today to share, to talk. All right, we want to have one Africa today here. Our mission is to have one Africa in our generation. So when I want the picture of one Africa here in this live stream today, and I want all of us to talk with one voice. Can we do that? I don't know how many guests I can have at the same time, but I want to have one Africa here on the screen today. All right. So let me go ahead and share the link. First of all, I've spoken a lot. So let me share the link, and I want to have one Africa. So the first thing that I'm going to consider is your countries. So when you're joining in this link, in your name, because when you're joining through this link, in your name, just write your country. All right. There's an opportunity. For example, you see me here on the screen and you see my name and you see founder SNOA. So instead of writing the name, I want you guys to write your country. Because you want to tell Niger that Africa is here for you. You want this stream, we're dedicating direct to Niger, and you want to tell them that Africa is here for you. So I want you to come with the name of your country and the flag there of your country here. And so for instance, let me show you. For instance, you can write your name, it's fine, but also make sure you write the name of your country as well. For me, I usually don't like writing my country. Not because I love my country so much. I think you cannot love Africa if you don't love your country. But I prefer writing Africa because I don't, some people sometimes they just don't listen to your message because you're coming from certain country, and especially in Africa, because our countries, they have so much trouble here and there, right? So some people, they're like, oh, this guy is coming from this guy, I don't want to listen to him. So I had to let that go, even though I'm so proud of my country, and some of you know, but most of the people, they don't know. Most of the people, they always guess wrong. where I'm from. And I love that because I feel like my mission is successful because I want to see one Africa. And if you know that I'm an African, then you know that I'm your brother. Sometimes it's not even important for you to know my country because you're Africa and we need to promote that. So, yeah. So I share the link in the comment section. I want you guys to come. I want you guys to join this live stream and write your country and the flag of your country. And let's have a conversation. Even if you don't have country, it's okay. Okay, so we have here already Emmanuel already joined us. Emmanuel, can you change the name? Change the name and write your country there. I want to see your country. Because it's important. I'm saying that because some of our people, they do not understand English, but if they see the flag and the country, then they just know that, oh, this country is with us as well. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's good. Okay, so we have Emmanuel all the way from Kenya right now in the house. I'm gonna put you in a minute. I share the link in the comment section. Come with your country. The purpose of this live stream, okay, I see Jacqueline from Tanzania. It's good to see somebody from Tanzania. Wait, maybe you're guessing where I'm from. Anyways, so the purpose of this stream is to tell Nigel that, Nigel, we're here for you. We're standing for you. We love you. And us, Africa, we're here for you. Yes, our leaders, they're not saying anything right now, which is odd. It's recently they just had a meeting with Macron, the president of France, and they talk a lot about Africa, but now something is happening in jail. They don't say anything. They don't say anything. Walk the talk, African leaders. So it's time to forget about them. We don't have them to talk. We can talk and we can stand with Africa. And that's the message we're going to spread today. All right, so let me put in my brother all the way from Kenya. Emmanuel, welcome to the farm, my brother. How are you?
Hello. Hi.
Hey, brother. Hi. You're straight from Kenya, right?
Yeah, straight from Nairobi, Kenya. One love.
One love, my brother. I know there's a lot going on in Kenya, but I appreciate you coming here and stand for Niger.
You know, it's about time Africa we come and become one. I think it's time. I think this one we are living that time. I think it's the time.
Yeah.
Because everything that is going in Niger, it's so sad to speak about this, but it really hurts to see our brothers really wanting to fight each other, man. Like, that's how we have been divided. And I think our generation sees the policy is now really to a point where it's falling. The divide and rule is falling. Our generation sees that, you know, and we're just speaking from the Kenyan perspective. We just want to say that we are one with Niger, and those brothers need to know that what they are doing is in fact the thing that was supposed to be done like more than 60 years ago, man, 50 years ago. It's something that was supposed to happen. It's now happening right now, but our brothers need to know we are with them. Yeah.
Man, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. And maybe you can take this moment as well to just let the people know, you know, how is Kenya? How is everything there right now?
I just want to thank God at least we are surviving. You know, the cost of living is still high. People are still struggling, you know. Hunger, you know, the drought, everything that Africa is most things are happening in some other nations. It's also happening in Kenya. Like our people are suffering from unemployment. Our people are suffering from hunger. We are poverty, you know. But Kenya, we want to say that it's high time that we realize as a young generation that we have to say no to the Western. We have to say no to colonialism because it's still there. We have to say no to slavery of the mind, you know.
Yeah.
And it's so sad that our leaders are still part of this regime, the Western regime. Like how how would it be so good if ECOWAS will just come with a way of because ECOWAS knows what is happening in Niger. They actually know that these people are suffering. France has exploited them for long, and it's something that is happening. How can you be one of the richest nations in resources, yet you're being exploited? I saw your video today. It said that imagine Niger being given aid and loans as part of the payment. That is really sad. That is really sad. And
Yeah.
and the other thing is that our leaders, they don't want to come together. It's high time that our leaders should come and unite. How will it be good to see just all 55 leaders come together? We are being summoned and we just go. We just go. America is summoning our leaders, we just go. If we could come up, if our leaders could come up with a system where they would come up with one voice, one stand, that Africa, we say no to the influence of the Western world. Africa, our resources are ours. These people have exploited us for long. When are we going to say no to this? When are we going to say no? But I'm happy to see Africa is slowly waking up, although it's a process. Yes, it is a process. It's not something that will just happen overnight. It needs the voices of like Traore. I like that young man. He's so brave. He's courageous. The way he has that voice of reason is actually amazing. The way he does things. The way he speaks. Like I think he should be. I think he should be. He should stop now. Like he should be elected. That's what I'm saying. I think he should be elected and just become a president because he has a vision for his people. He just doesn't want to do things the way the former president. Sorry to say that, but he did actually. Yeah, he was just. France told him what to do. Macron told him what to do. He just did. And this issue of human rights, I think that ideology needs to change. Human rights. How can you say human rights and back in Africa our people are suffering? How can you say human rights and our people are dying? Terrorists, they literally are killing our people. And these Westerners say they are coming to help us stop the terrorism, yet they're the ones funding these things. So sad. So sad. So sad.
It is, Emmanuel. It is. But I appreciate that, we have Kenyans in the house as well, standing in solidarity with Niger, and also want to see the change. The reason why a lot of people, they love Ibrahim Traore, it's because he represents a lot of us. He's only, I think, 34 years of age.
35.
And what he says, 35, yeah. And what he says is what we say. Like his heart and his passion. You can feel like his passion from his speech and his vision. He's asking the same questions that we're asking, that Africa, we have everything and we're still begging. He's saying the same thing that Sankara was saying, about even food, importing food from the Western. He was talking about the same thing. So I think that's why Africa loves him so much, because he represents us. I appreciate Stay Quiet. She just became a member to the family. I appreciate for your support. Welcome. Family, I still welcome you. I had someone from Zambia here, but he ran away. So I'm sharing the link again. This is the link. Come and write the name of your country in your name, and then I will have a chance to talk. From Kenya, Emmanuel, what are your final thoughts before I let you go?
First, I just want to say that what you're doing is good. What you're doing is actually what encourages us young generation. It actually keeps us on. It actually keeps us active and aware of what is happening. You know, nowadays the media is something has happened to the media that we are not being told the truth all the time. They bend the truth, you know. They just give us fake news, and nowadays we have to look for the truth in social media. So painful.
Yeah.
You know, I have to go to the YouTube, I have to go to TikTok, I have to go to where to find the real stuff. But my final thought is that Africa, we need to wake up, like fully stand together. Africa, we need to back each other instead of being influenced to fight each other. Yeah, Africa needs to come to a point of where we say no, and we say enough is enough. What has happened, our history tells a lot. We are so strong. Imagine, even after surviving the slavery, even after surviving colonialism, we are still here. We are still existing. That shows us how strong we are, you know. And the journey is still long, as I said. It's a slow process, but we are getting there. Yeah, we are getting there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate Emmanuel. Thank you for your courage, and thank you for coming here to have this chat conversation with us. We appreciate you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you, brother.
All the best. Yeah, we're together in this. Yeah, that's our brother from Kenya, who's here in solidarity with Niger. All right, we have someone here from Mozambique. Mozambique in the house. Welcome to the family. How are you? Hello, Mozambique. Oh, should I speak? I don't know the word. Obrigado. You're muted. Do you mind to unmute yourself? All right, you're good now.
Hello.
Yes, Mozambique. How are you, man?
I'm all good, and you?
Man, I'm all good as well. It's a pleasure to have you here today to represent Mozambique.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Yeah, welcome, brother. What are your thoughts? What do you have to say?
Sorry?
What are your thoughts? What do you have to say? Do you have anything that you like to say to show your support with the people of Niger?
So some noise here. I'll come back soon.
All right. No worries. But it's clear now. All right. We have the Gambia in the house. I see in the comment section there, Gambia and everybody. You guys just hit that link in the comment section and then come join. We've already had Kenya. Now we have Mozambique. I want all the countries to be here today. All countries of Africa. So show your support. Who are you standing with? All right. So I want all the country. The link is in the comment section. Click that link. Come, and in your name, write the name of your country. Just like our brother from Mozambique here wrote Mozambique. You can see there Mozambique. So write the name of your country, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You might not even be African. You know, it might be there and you're like, I'm not African. This is only for... No. You might not even be African, but you are here in solidarity with the people of Niger. Welcome. Oh, we have someone from Serbia. This is what I was talking about. You know, Serbia here we have in the house. Kenya, Uganda, Somalia. You know, yeah, the link is in the comment section. The Ethiopia. Okay, let me share with you guys the link again. There's the link right here. Village Storyteller. I remember you, Mama, from yesterday, Michigan, USA. I remember you. Yeah, so I just want to have the entire Africa. So who is gonna show up? All right, who is gonna have that courage to show up and to just say something about Niger in solidarity with Niger? We have Serbia, we have Florida, USA, Ethiopia. Yeah, it's very important. This stream is dedicated to the people of Niger. I know they might not even be using internet right now because of everything that is going on, but one day they will see this, all right? One day they will see this They don't know who has been standing with them. Maybe your president he didn't say anything about this. And you're from that country, you can represent your country. We don't need leaders to say anything. They need to be accountable. Say something, but if they don't say, we're going to stand in solidarity with them. And we're going to represent our countries. You know what I'm saying? So we have Eritrean, we have DRC living in Finland. Yeah, guys, join. Appreciate that. The link is in the comment. Today, I just want not to say anything to let others speak. It's very important. So Alex Skipper, I see you, but can you change your name to the name of your country? And I'm going to put you in a second. All right? Okay. Alex Skipper, yeah, I already have here 4 different guests. So what we're going to do is this. Once I have a conversation with you, you're going to drop off. And then we're going to allow other people to come, because I think the stream that I'm using, it has a limit of the number. Yeah, so Alex Skipper, you're next. If you can just edit the name, and you can write the name of your country in your name. That's wonderful. As I'm waiting for you, okay. All right. We have someone from Uganda also joining. I love seeing these countries right here. All right. Okay. Mozambique, you left already? All right. Okay. So I'm waiting for you guys to type your names. Let me start with Greece. We have Greece in the house. Hey, what's up, Greece?
Hey.
Hey, how are you, man?
By the way, Mika, first of all, congratulations for what you are doing, brother.
Thank you so much.
You're doing a great job.
Appreciate that.
And I do stand for human rights and freedom for all, and Africa included. And I do feel for the Niger currently is being pretty tense. But this is the process of humanity reach for its own freedom. Africa's been subjugated by the colonization, by injustice, by stealing their resources, by slavery. Africans have been one of the most incredible humanity on earth, but we've been abusing them for centuries, thousands of years. It's time to stop. The times to tool them up, times to help them, times to actually hold their hands.
Yeah.
That's my view of what's going on in Africa. I hope the rest of the humanity wakes up, actually kind of liberate itself from this hijacking of humanity we all have.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. That means a lot. And it means a lot coming from, definitely outside of the continent. So we really appreciate that. Greece, send our love to Greece.
Thank you so much, guys. We are with you guys.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
All love back to you guys. Stay strong. All the weathers will pass. The freedom is ours to take, guys. Just stay strong.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll let you go for now. And I'll put
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. A brother from Uganda. Uganda?
Hello.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes. How is our grandpa there?
He's really good. And
appreciate.
He's really doing good.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah. So what would you want to say about everything that is happening in Niger and to the people of Niger, mostly importantly?
Actually, whatever is happening there, I'm in support with the military coup. And this is the time whereby, as Africa, we need to come together as a family, as brothers, stand with each other, pray with them, and support them psychologically, emotionally, and whatever Nigeria is trying to do. I thank God that the senators from the Southern territories, they were against it, and to me, I feel enough is enough. It's a high time Africa should realize the dreams of our forefathers, and we fight for what we believe in, and that is a union of one Africa. And with that, I believe we go miles away from what those people think. From what those people think. Okay, what I'm trying to mean is that they will not be able to control us anymore. They are controlling us. So I feel if Niger can overcome this, it will set an example to all other African nations. Just the way Guinea-Bissau and their colleagues came and had to chase France out of their country. It means we can chase the British from Uganda. It means we can chase the Americans from occupying our land. And it means we can liberate ourselves from this years of slavery and colonialism. You know, those fools left using the front door and they came back using the back door. You understand? So it's a high time we stand with our brothers from Niger. Actually, I believe if this platform can be open for everyone's opinion, it will create a very great impact. No, it's not all about going to get arms and fighting back. And no, we can use platforms like this to extend the revolutions beyond the African borders.
Yeah.
So I really want to thank you for everything, because I believe we can make Africa great.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Uganda. Thank you so much for stepping up for your country and sharing your love with Niger. Appreciate that, brother.
Much love.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me ask Chief and also who is Darth Malgus.
Yes. Madara, I've been here before. Madara, I know you, Mika. I know you.
Before that, I want you guys to write the name of your country first. The name of your country in your name. But for now, I'll have, because I'm going with the list according to how they came here. So you guys, you can type the name of your countries in the names, because we want to tell the people of Niger this is dedicated direct to the people of Niger, and want them to see the countries that standing here with them. We want every country to be represented, and we want to have everybody from all the countries here in Africa for that. So for now, I'm gonna welcome our mama first, and then I'll go to Niger, and then we'll go to Chief, and then we'll go to the other guest there. Mama, welcome back. Oh, sorry, you are muted. Let me see. Okay, you're good now.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to be back. Wow. Yeah, I want to thank everybody that's out there for watching this station, because I absolutely love my son. Yeah, all of my sons and daughters. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to put something out there that may be top secret. But after I got over crying and the pain of the thought of an invasion, I thought about this. First of all, I know Nigerians are very intelligent. I know Africans are very intelligent. And so I had to look beyond a possible attempt of war from Nigeria. This could be top secret, because I also know that Africans, especially Nigerians, we have our way of not showing what the real picture, because we're going underground with something. And I don't think Ecowas ever truly was going to attack Nigeria. I believe that it was a way to soften France and the rest of them. We have to do those things. These are top secret, but we have to do those things just to calm, the mayonnaise down. And so we can go ahead and do our thing among us. I really don't think that they were going to attack our brothers. I don't, because there's too many of our brothers and sisters over there. The border, I think, is 90 miles or more. The border is just too big there between Nigeria and Niger to be enemies. It's, they cross back and forth without a passport or without a visa, I'm sure. So I have to look at it like that. I have to look at the intellect of our brothers and sisters that's in ECOWAS, if there's any sisters there, because I just don't believe that they would have done that. It was a facade for somebody else, until they could build a rapport. Because one thing about Africans, they believe in each other. And okay, let's talk. Let's find out exactly what's going on. Although they already knew, I'm sure, what's going on. Because let's face it, the presidents around Africa, they know one another. And they know what's happening in their family of their country. They know. And I'd like to think that it was already set how it was going to go down. And I'm so proud of them. And I just hope they keep working. So don't be mad at them, because they are intelligent. They wouldn't be where they are without some type of intelligence. Sometimes our brothers slip into that money bag, but they have intelligence. And they know what they're doing. They didn't invade, right? Not yet. And I don't think they will. I don't think they will. But we stand beside you.
Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. I appreciate that for your thoughts. I never really thought about it before. But as you were saying, I'm just sitting here and hoping that is the case. because I know in the case of Nigeria, I know they already cut out electricity a couple of days ago. And I know that Senate, they rejected the request. The Nigerian Senate rejected the request of the president. They don't want to go to a war right now with their neighbor. So everything that you're saying, it makes sense. But I hope that is the case until the end.
Well, they had to do something.
Yeah,
they had to do something to convince them.
Yeah,
and so breaking, turn off the electricity. We're kind of used to that in Nigeria. So, and around other countries. So we're kind of used to that.
Yeah.
They haven't harmed them. They know, we're productive. We know what to do when we don't have electricity. We know what to do when we need to eat. But just give them a chance to see what's really happening. That may have been a call for the rest of Africa to come in and take your position alongside your brothers and alongside the continent,
Yeah.
And they're coming together. I'm watching the countries align with Niger. And I love it. Yeah. So give them a chance just to think about it, How could they hurt their brothers like that? Because they know what time it is. They know what time it is. They know that they're asking for us, the diaspora around the world, to come back home. They're not going to jeopardize that.
I really just what I hope is, and then I'll have a chance with Niger. I hope that it'll reach the time whereby we're not gonna have to do that publicly and do something else privately. My hope and my wish is that Africa, we, just like the other guests that were here sharing about, we need that unity, that we'll be able to stand and to say and to pretty much speak our stand, that this is our stand, and this we're not gonna do, no, this we're gonna do for the sake of our people. I hope we need to reach there, and I don't see us reaching there without unity, because right now, at least you see Niger, leaders are standing and they're like, you know what, if you guys are coming, Mali and Burkina Faso are gonna stand with Niger, and also they're taking actions to revoke some of the agreements with the French. So these guys, they're really standing out for them, and I feel like this is the moment for other countries and other leaders as well to come to join and to tap into that and to stand for that.
There will come a day when they don't have to hide it. There will come a day, but until then, let's be patient, because we're being patient with our own people. Let's be patient and see what happens next. Because I have read some wonderful stories by Nigerian authors and other African authors, and it works that way sometimes. Works that way sometimes, and let's give them a chance. No harm has been done as of yet.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to eat my words, but I'm thinking.
Yeah.
There was never going to be any harm. Other than the electricity, that's harmful enough, but it's helping us to wake up. I mean, even their position, they're aligning alongside of Niger. Come on. It's, everything is causing, it's causing a reaction.
Yeah.
Whether it's a good reaction or a bad reaction, it's a reaction to incite unity for us, Yeah. So one day when I get there, we're going to have some, you're going to have me on your show. And we're going to have to talk.
Absolutely. We will. Thank you, Mama, for that wisdom. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's a wisdom from Mama. It's very important. I appreciate that.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate it too. I appreciate being with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So I'm gonna have a moment with Niger, and I'll kindly let you go. Niger, welcome, my brother.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful, doing great, blessed and highly favored.
Yeah. It's good to hear you, my brother. So, what do you have today for our people?
Hey, can you check your devices just to make sure you don't have anything open that is causing the echo?
Yeah, absolutely. Just make sure that when you're talking, your YouTube is not on. That always causes an echo. Yeah. It's good. And guys, we wanna have all the countries in Africa, 54 countries, coming here, standing in solidarity with Niger, and to share your message to our people as well. We want to have the test of one Africa here today. So whatever country you are from down there and you want to join this, just click the link in the comment section and come.
All right. Are we good now?
We're good, Nigel.
Perfect. All right. I have some good news again today.
Let us know.
Benin, the country that was in support of Ecowas to invade Niger, have said they don't want to invade Niger anymore. So that's Benin now. And then we have the Senate from Nigeria. They say they don't want to. And then the opposition parties in the government, opposite of Tinubu, also say they don't want to invade. And people in the northerners, which are Hausa people and Fulani people, you know, the borders of Africa were created by Europeans in Berlin, right? In 1884. So some of the tribes in northern Nigeria also exist in Niger, southern Niger. So they have families in Nigeria and they have families in Niger. So they've warned our president that if they invade Niger, it's going to be a problem with them as well. And on top of that, in southern Nigeria, they used to be called Biafra back in the days. They also said if Tinubu sends military to Niger, that they will also intervene as well. So it's making things more complicated. And then Algeria also told ECOWAS not to do that. So there's a lot of different people now making it more complicated for ECOWAS to send their military, which is why they missed that deadline. So now they've gone back to do diplomatic talks with Niger, which, you know, last week they tried and failed, but they're trying to find a way to do it again. So for now, a lot of different parties are saying no to invading Niger.
Absolutely.
So wonderful news.
That's great news, my brother. That's actually the shortcut.
Yep.
And according to the news I've heard, these are very secret news. What I've heard is that they're actually going to have a meeting this Thursday, ECOWAS.
That's what I heard. I heard that too. They're gonna have another meeting this Thursday. So let's keep praying. Let's keep pushing that things, you know, get smoothened out. And like the sister said, the 1 week time frame given was just to do a test which is kind of true, just to show they had. But when they made that ultimatum, they didn't expect Burkina Faso, Mali, Guinea to join in. That wasn't part of the play. And so now it's made things more complicated. And also, if they invade, the terrorists that exist in that area will then have free will to go in different places, because now the military is not focusing on them and it's focusing on some other people. So now they're gonna go do some other crazy. So it's just that's what Algeria doesn't want. Algeria doesn't want that. So they're trying to limit it, because everybody have seen what NATO did to Libya and how Libya hasn't recovered until today. That's over a decade, going on 13 years, going on 12 years now that they did that to Libya. So everybody's trying to avoid that scenario to happen again, which is why Benin is saying, you know what, we don't want to go. Let's do diplomatic talk. You see, Tinubu used to be a governor in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. He doesn't have foreign affairs experience. He doesn't have that. So he came out in his opening statement for ECOWAS before the coup started. In his opening, he said that we're no longer gonna tolerate coups in West Africa. That we're no longer going to act like toothless bulldogs. Those were his words. And a week and a half later, a coup happened. Instead of him coming in and saying we're going to have unity, we're going to develop, we're going to build up, he came in with division in his opening statement in ECOWAS. So because of all of that, he doesn't have foreign experience, and then he chose to lead us with force instead of diplomatic talks and dialogue. Those were his mistakes. So now he's learning. And the French and the US and all the other European countries that have interests in Africa are paying the bills of ECOWAS. Unfortunately, the EU spends about £300 million a year on ECOWAS. And then the US spends about $20 to $30 million a year, and some other countries as well. So if these people are spending money on you, of course, if they tell you to go and jump like a dog, you're going to go jump like a dog. Tell you to bark like a dog, you're going to go bark like a dog. So that's the unfortunate thing that we have facing us. And then I just hope that things get better. But so far, so good. Now, what we're not talking about is that African Union, gave 15 days, right? And ECOWAS gave 10 days, 1 week. So the ECOWAS is still, AU is still pending for them to deliver for the deadline to come. So we need to look at that as well, because they also have their own thing coming. And then another thing before I go is that we shouldn't forget Sudan. Sudan is still fighting that fight. And then the mainstream media have turned off their channels and their eyes. So that out of sight, out of mind. So nobody's focusing on Sudan anymore. And we need to bring our focus back on Sudan. Because if we neglect them, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse, and nobody's going to do anything. So we need to be speaking out for them as well. So, but the future looks bright. Let's keep going. I just came to give you all some updates. And then things are looking good from Nigeria. And we don't want ECOWAS to invade. So it's getting more complicated for ECOWAS. So they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and come up with a new plan. So hopefully this happens without any military intervention. And that last thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna leave after this.
Appreciate my brother. Those are good updates and good news. Thank you, my brother, for having my back. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna let you go for now.
All right. You'll be good.
I appreciate that. So let me remind everybody who is joining, instead of writing your name in your name place, please write the name of your country. All right, write the name of your country. We want to celebrate our people, and I wanna be fair with all the countries as well. So I want to give opportunity to different countries that are joining to share their thoughts. My brother from Uganda, I see you, but I want to give chance to others yet. So just hang in there for a while. I see Henry Chigozie. You're here as well, waiting. Please just type the name of your country there instead of your name. And we have our sister here from South Africa, maybe brother, maybe sister, joined here as well. But before that, I want to give a chance to my brother right here, and please write your name as well, the name of your country, and I'll give you
Senegambian.
Oh yes, my brother from Gambia. Yeah, welcome, my brother.
Yes, your brother from Gambia. This is Darth and all that stuff. Mwendetezi, not Mwendetezi. I mean, Mika. I remember you from the days of Mwendetezi, Tanzan, and Dr. E. I remember you from all those days. You understand what I mean? But first, let me just say, I want to give some respect and admiration for my the guy that just spoke and the lady that just spoke, for the heartfelt submission of what they said and all that stuff. I really respect that, and I love that, and it's a contemporary analysis of the situation and all that kind of stuff, and I respect that with full gut. I'm probably gonna add more into that as well, which we probably agree, and then I'm gonna say my feelings and how I feel about this situation and all that stuff. So the situation, how I feel, how I see this, it's yes. I even had a colleague of mine tell me, maybe what's his name? Tinubu knew that this war was not gonna pass on the Senate. He knew already that it was never gonna pass on the Senate. So, but he had to say something. He had to say something to make Ecowas look credible. Because if he didn't say something, the Europeans could have just taken it the same way as they took Libya. You know, African Union never stood something. They never said something, and then the Europeans just came and wiped out Libya and just destroyed it. So Tinubu had to put himself as the paramount position for ECOWAS and all that kind of stuff. Although that situation is now questionable because ECOWAS, but then the Europeans cannot necessarily invade because it's still an ECOWAS situation. ECOWAS wants to pursue it diplomatically. If Tinubu never done that, then what would have been, if Tinubu never done that, what would the reaction of the other Europeans be? Which I think would have been a terrible disaster, because if I have watched online the amount of how many Africans were motivated to defend their continent, and if from all the zeitgeist, from all over the channels, everybody was motivated that, you know, I'm ready to die for my continent. I don't have military training, but I'm ready to die for my continent. That fucking motivated me to the point of tears and all that stuff. But anyway, that's an underestimation people are making. Underestimation. Like I said, in Africa, it's not that Africans are scared or afraid to die. We're not afraid to die. It's just when you have a leadership that's afraid to die and a leadership that's scared and in chaos, and the leadership is scared. If the head is scared, the body will be scared. But if the head is strong and the head has direction, the people will rise and say, this is who we want to follow to death and all that stuff. Africans are not scared of death. I've realized that now. We're not scared of death. We just need that fucking leadership to change. The leadership to change. You understand what I'm saying? Sorry, our language. Sorry, language. We need the leadership to change. But Africans are not scared. So I was motivated by that and all that stuff. And one thing I'm going to say is, yes, it could be. I'll give Tinubu an alibi. He knew that the Senate was going to vote against this thing. And he knew this was never going to pass. But he had to make a statement anyway. He had to make a statement anyway just to keep those fuckers in check. Sorry. Just to keep those guys in check. Now let me do my submission. Mika, ever since we have been doing this, from Mwendetezi, Tanzan, Dr. E, and all of that, ever since we've been doing this, I thought this was going to take us 10 years of a campaign. 10 years of a campaign to get Africans on board. I thought this, but it just goes to that saying that people say, it's funny how the world changes so fast. It's funny how the world changes so fast, how things in the world play so fast, just like that. Right now in West Africa, there's only 2 countries that are still puppets. The rest are free themselves. It's only 2 countries in West Africa. In Central Africa, it's probably about 4 countries in Central Africa. You understand what I mean? To be free. Let me tell you, Mika, the reason African Union was not working as a body is because the majority of the nations were Francophone countries. And they, before they ever made a vote, they had to consult with France before they made a vote. So the African Union was incapacitated and couldn't move any way or form because these people had to co-occur. But that is changing. In West Africa, it's changing. In Central Africa, that's got to change and all that stuff. That's got to change. We have it in Niger. So all these things, like I say, Mika, I have been surprised by how things change. I thought it was going to take us 10 years of campaigning and speaking and speaking and speaking. But you never know. That when you cannot stop something that when its time is due. I don't know how to say that word. You cannot stop a feeling when its time is due. You cannot stop the time of something that is due. You understand? These things happen so fast and so quickly, I couldn't believe it. You understand? So that goes to show for all those people who talk shit about Pan-Africanism, look where Pan-Africanism, where that sentiment can take you so far. You understand what I mean? For all those people who talk that people want freedom, it is a sense of Pan-Africanism. It is a sense of Pan-Africanism. So Mika, I myself, I'm surprised. I thought this was going to take us 10 years. The world can change very, very fast, just like that.
Very quick.
Just like that.
I appreciate my brother from Gambia. Yeah, I remember you. We had really a nice time, and you know things are happening as fast as you say, and I think the change is in the air. Like I can feel it, and we can see it right now that Africa is awakening, and everybody is ready. So if our leaders will hold their hands and also show that unity, you know, I think it can happen it can happen today.
I think African leaders at the moment, it's a pivotal time and it's a turning point, and they should show more a resolute stance on what they stand on. They should show more resolute stand on what they stand on and all that stuff, rather than cowering down and all that kind of stuff. Because the world is not the same as it was back then, and it's changing rapidly fast and all that stuff. Faster than I thought. I thought this was going to take us 10 years. Nothing at all. And the amount of Africans that are galvanized to fight for the continent, I am surprised myself. I'm surprised. I tend to fancy myself to be able to predict the world, but I don't think I can predict the world really that much. Things really surprise the fuck out of me. Sorry, I'm joking.
It's a time for you to drop out now. My brother, bless up, man. Bless up. I appreciate for your contribution. I've seen people moving from the diaspora coming to Niger, some other people moving from African countries moving there in solidarity with Niger, and they're ready for a war. We just had our brother here from Ethiopia. He was like, okay, if these guys are going to fight with imperialists, I'm going to be there. I'm going there. I'm traveling there to fight, because this battle is not just for them, but it's a battle against Africa. And that's what we have to get, that fighting against Africa, fighting against one country in Africa is fighting against Africa. And that's the unity we're talking about. Chief, are you there? And I give you a chance, my brother. You've been here for a while. So let us know where you are calling up. Burkina Faso. Come on, man. I have a brother Chief here from Burkina Faso, man. I was not seeing it. My brother, where are you? Oh, wait. Let me unmute you. Are you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Can I see you? Because I saw you before. I mean, you're showing your face. Burkina Faso, come on. That's the son of Sankara right here.
Yeah, I see other people don't show their face. That's why I kind of mute my face. That's why. But I wouldn't have.
It's okay. You can show. Some other people, they don't show because maybe they just don't like to show themselves right here. But it's open for you to show if you want to. But if you don't want, it's okay too.
Face, I sympathize with it. I appreciate Face for you to give me a chance to come on platform. Second, third, sympathize with the brother and sister from Niger, you know, and honest, very disappointing Nigeria how they handle the situation. And you know, as much as I see a lot of brother, I can be different with a lot of people on how they say here. As much as I see a lot of us here, we talk about unite as Africa become one, but I think it can be a little hard. I can give vivid example. Let's take a instance of brother and sister from Niger. The way how Nigerian, not all, I can't say all, the current president of Nigeria, the way how he approached the situation. So the Niger brother and sister, is obvious, or it's going to take a time for them because they're going to hold a grudge against Nigeria. So how people can unite, how we can unite while we have a lot of puppet. You see, so as much as I want to say we have to unite and become one, but if you come to reality, I think it can be hard a little bit. And also we have other people, let's say they move from one African country to another ones, they commit crimes. Like some brother or sister or brother moving, let's say, from one country or one African country, go to another country, disrespect other people, commit crimes, or maybe selling drugs or pimping the system, put them in prostitution. You see, so before this unite Africa, we have to come to reality, like things has to be talked about. I think the minds of Africans has to be readjusted a little bit. You see, the minds has, because look, if I can say this, for example, if you can look a lot of these, a lot of African leaders, it's like they do the same thing, puppeting. They puppet, don't care about the people. You know, once they get a position, a presidential position or a leading position, they don't care about the people. They just do for themselves, stealing, extract all the resources and going and invest in European country. So it's like, I think we have to look at the root cause of the problem. It seems like the issue is, I think the issue is, it comes from, because all these leaders are the products of the environment. So I think the issue could be faced, the mindset has to be adjusted a little bit. See, because if you check a lot of places, a lot of people, we invest on the religious more than technology. You see, innovation, because if you look at most of the European countries, Russia, Western countries, China, they invest on technology. Just imagine a lot of African countries, they can't even build a bridge. If they want to build a bridge, they have to go and call China. Like, I can't believe 2023, just 2023, a lot of African countries, they celebrate just them having a, let's say China going to build a bridge for a certain country. People, they celebrate like, oh, we have this bridge, we have this bridge. I don't know, like, how these things going to be changing if we still, or we not invest in technology and science, because all these Russian, Eastern, Western, all of them, they invest more in technology. But we dedicate a lot of time on religion. I'm not saying people should not pray, but maybe we have to shift the direction. Maybe we have to invest more on technology, science. We have to, because look, we can do all this bread, we can do all this crime, but if you don't have a strong military, they can come anytime and take away anything. Let me ask you, brother, something. Because I remember once watch one of your videos, you say you come from Tanzania. Okay, let's say now Russia or America, they just decide to come, they want to come and invade in Tanzania. What you gonna do? Or they want to invade, let's say, South Africa or Russia or any country. What you gonna do? So, in my opinion, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe we have to invest more in technology, science, in high technology, in a strong military. See, because as long as we have a weak military, they can take away anytime.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate my brother from Burkina Faso for raising your voice. Your concern is also Africa's concerns, because I believe that this, you're not alone in what you say. So I really appreciate for raising your voice, brother.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, brother, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you for being patient. You've been here for a while.
No problem. Thank you too, brother. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Then I'm going to allow South Africa in the house. South Africa, welcome.
Hi. Yes. Sorry. Hi. How are you? You okay?
Hey, my sister. I'm good. Am I talking to Joyce?
No. I'm not Joyce. No, sorry.
No.
Lehumo. Yes. I've been looking at, okay, fine. I've been watching your videos as well. The last one you posted, and it covered a lot of things, and it was really good to actually hear that Nigeria has the senators, they refused to go ahead with approving the invasion of or to approve the war with Niger. So that was actually good to actually hear today, as well as looking at, I did do like a bit of research on Niger issues with the company Arriva. So Arriva will be the company in France that is providing electricity, nuclear electricities into the country. And this company is changed its name. It's no more Arriva in Niger. It's called Orano. And what happened is this company is not exposing of their litter correctly, and it's causing a lot of health issues around that area as well. So these are the things that I've been looking at when it comes to mining in Africa. It's not very ethical as well, because it's not the only area where uranium is being mined. We've got Kazakhstan, we've got Russia, we've got Canada, but those ones, they're actually done proper and more ethical. But in Niger, and not only in Niger only, it's the same around Africa with mining. It's not very ethical. And most of them, they have like a radioactive waste, and all those, they're just exposed to the public, to the children. And on top of that, they'll bring their own medical, they'll open their own hospitals, put their own doctors there. And these doctors are not telling the truth, what's going on, but the people are actually suffering. A lot of miners are dying from cancer and stuff like that. So I'm just bringing another angle of what's going on as well with these mines that is not even looked after. The area is not looked after by France as well. So that's a major, bigger issue as well.
That's remind me even what a lot of these NGOs does to Africa. They come with a really pretty good agenda and good profiles, but what they're doing is opposite to what they say they want to do. And Pierre Lumumba, he was saying that most of them, they're not here to solve issues or to solve problems, because once they solve, that means they're no longer gonna have job anymore, and they're not gonna be having those money and funds that they receive all the time. So, and they're doing pretty bad job even here, in the country that I am right now, and most of the countries right now, to push different agendas. So I really appreciate for that insight. Yes.
I think with this stuff, it kind of like made me realize how cheap African life has been to these companies, these private companies that are coming in, as well as the same things happening in the Congo as well. Same thing happening in all these countries where there is like conflicts in Mozambique. And it just shows that these NGOs, as well as governments or private companies like Glencoe as well, that have been funding all these instabilities and insurgencies as well to continue this war in order for them to keep on extracting cheap minerals as well. So I'm glad with what's happening. I mean, it's not nice what happened in Niger, but I'm also very happy that it happened, because then it will highlight what has been going on in these Francophone countries, that not everyone is knowing what's going on because of the language. We're not really focusing a lot, especially when you can't understand the language. Then we end up just looking at, or maybe viewing things that has to do with what languages we can understand. But when it comes to Francophone countries, we don't normally know what's going on. We just know that there's so many conflicts there, and we also know that most of these countries they have a lot of dictators there, and most of the time France is protecting all these dictators as well at the same time. So then it makes it look like when they talk about democracy, it doesn't make sense, because why talk about democracy while you're protecting all these guys that you're actually paying, that are enforcing your interest into the continent?
Yeah, absolutely. Sister, I really appreciate for your insights. You just needed that voice. You just needed that voice. So thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Sending love to South Africa. South Africa and Sudan with Niger. Appreciate that.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much. Bye.
I appreciate it. Bye-bye. All right. So we have our brother here, the relentless man, all the way from Nigeria. My brother, how you there? Now I don't see you anymore.
Yeah, I had to take the camera for a minute.
Why? How you there?
I did fine though. I did fine. I gallant.
my brother. You can go ahead, my brother.
So, well, actually, let me just clarify something real quick, right? I'm actually from Nigeria, right? I was born in Nigeria, grew up in Nigeria, but I'm not currently in Nigeria right now. I currently reside in the United States, but I still like to claim that I'm Nigerian. You feel me? Or like most of the time, I like to claim that I'm African. You know, because I know like the word Nigerian is something that was forced upon us, that was given to us. So it's not like we came up with the name Nigeria. You know, that was something that these white folks forced upon us. So so I like to represent Africa, African. But real quick, man, let me just touch on like what's going on with Nigeria versus Niger, and I just want to say that most, or should I say, Nigerians, we don't subscribe to what's going on, what the ECOWAS are doing. We don't subscribe to that. Like we're not in support of let's invade Niger, because it just don't make no sense, bro. You feel me? Like that, it doesn't make any sense to us. So I think this is something that the ECOWAS leaders they're terrified of, they're scared of, because they feel like this might be something like a domino effect. That if Niger gets overthrown by their military, what's going to happen? So I feel like they're looking at it like, oh, it might be us next, because they know like they're not really doing shit for us. They're not really representing us. So this is just them just trying to like they're trying to be defensive in a way. They're trying to make it seem like, oh, like if any one of you military members try to like step on us, like this is what you're gonna get, this is what you're gonna receive. But I'm really very in support of what Niger have done, not just Niger alone, but other African countries as well, and what they're doing currently. I'm in support of it, and I wish that would happen in every African countries, not just. But you see, like, I mean, in the past, we've had like military intervention before, but it never really went anywhere. But in this case, in this time, it looks kind of different. It seemed like most African countries, they're also standing in solidarity with other African countries, and they're like, bro, we're not letting this shit happen, bro. Like, so I'm very proud of Africa. I have to say, I've been in the United States for a few years now, and one thing I've noticed is that, bro, nobody respects black people, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody respects us. Nobody likes us, and nobody respects us. And it don't sit well with me. That shit does not sit well with me, because like when I go outside, I see the way I'm being looked at. I'm being looked at like I'm not even a human. It bothers me a lot. There have been so many times that I've thought about just taking my life just because of the fact that I'm a black man. Just for real, like I've thought about it, man. Like it doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me. A lot of black people all over the world, we are like mentally, psychologically, physiologically, spiritually, religiously. Bro, we're messed up. We're fucked up. We don't know who we are. We don't really know who we are, because like everything that's our identity has been taken away from us. So, so to see what's going on currently in Niger, it's a fresher breath here. It gives us hope, especially to know like the people who are actually undertaking these actions are people just like us, our age mates, the youth. We're the one who's mobilizing. We're the one who's like, nah, enough of this bullshit. Like enough of it. Like all these old leaders, they're not doing anything for us. I really like what's going on. Also, I don't want to take too much time. I just want to touch on education real quick. So if we know, is like right now we are in the fourth industrial revolution, right? The first industrial revolution that took place was the steam engine. The Europeans, they learned how to master the steam engine. That was, you know, they were stealing resources from us to build a steam engine. That was the first industrial revolution. The second industrial revolution was factories. They started building up factories, you know, and that really boosted up their economy and stuff like that. The third industrial revolution is the invention of the internet. You know, computers, internet, that was the third. And now the fourth industrial revolution that we're currently in is the invention of artificial intelligence. And what's going on at Africa, the black people, we have never participated in any of these industrial revolutions. But guess what? The only way these people have been able to come up with these so-called innovations for centuries is Africa, bro. This all the minerals that they're using to come up with these revolutions and this is Africa. And we've never participated in any of it. We've never invented nothing that we can be like, oh, okay, you know what, like, you know, we invent, bro. It just don't sit well with me, man. Like it doesn't sit well with a lot of Africans. Yeah. And so education is a big thing. Education is a big. I know, like Africans, we're very spiritual beings. We like to you know, we like to pray, but listen, at this point in time, prayer alone is not going to cut it. Yeah, prayer alone is not going to do it, bro. Like we have to, like we really have to, like, you know, like grab the machete right now. That's what we got to do. We got to grab the machete. And not just that, but we also, like, I can't stress education enough, because when you really start to educate yourself, you really get to understand how far behind we've been. You really get to understand how these people are really, like, they've stolen everything from us, our identity. And that's what really makes someone a man. If you don't know yourself, you don't have anything to fight for. You don't have anything to live for. So education, science, technology, these are things that we have to embrace in this new world that we're approaching, that we're moving on. We have to embrace, like, education, not Western education, because Western education is still going to put us in the same place that we are. So we really have to we have to educate ourselves in the African tradition, the African way. We really have to know who is really our God. Like, who's really our God? Because if the God that we serve is the same God that, you know, the white man serve, like, why will he, like, allow us to be going through this for generations and generations? Did he plan this? So we need to know who really is our God, because I see, like, Africans are very, very spiritual beings. So how do we connect to our God? And not just that, because, like, if you look at countries like China is, it's kind of like a religious country, or I don't know, like, but they have something that they believe in, but you see them embrace science, you see them embrace technology, but they still have that Chinese culture, they still have all that. So like, moving on, man, like, what I'm hoping, what I'm praying for is a domino effect. I'm praying for a domino effect, that what's going on in Niger opens the eyes of a lot of Africans. Let this be a domino effect. Like, I am sick and tired of, like, just not having respect from people that don't look like me. Even Africans don't even respect themselves. Like, we don't like ourselves just because of, like, there's so much else that we've taken, so much losses. So we just feel like we're not capable of achieving, when that's not even true. That's not true. Like, African, the black men and the black women, with, like, the most beautiful and the most, the greatest being. That's what I think. Like, anyone can, like, I mean, you can disagree if you want, but this is what I believe. And another thing too, like, I want to, you know, if my brothers are, like, in the diaspora, living outside, you know, bro, we gotta start. We have to marry ourselves. We can't keep running around these white boys and white girls and dating them and having kids with them, bro. We have to stick to ourselves. If we're gonna marry, if we're living in Canada, in the US and UK, we have to marry a fellow African. We cannot keep marrying. We can't keep. You feel me? So this is how we start this revolution, bro. Like, whether or not these old men, these puppets, whether or not like, bro, we are gonna take back our motherland, bro. It's our God-given right. This is why we exist, and we're gonna make that happen. I just want to close with that. I just want to send love and positivity and prayers to all my brothers, all my African brothers, all my African sisters all over the world, in the United States, in Africa, in Niger, in Guinea, in Ghana. All of you, man, listen, we're riding together, bro. We're riding together, bro. We're riding together, bro, and we're gonna win. We're gonna listen. We're gonna control the resources of the world, of the planet, not just Africa alone. We're gonna come on top, because that's what we have to do. We have to start thinking as powerful people. We have to start thinking as men who wants to control power and resources. That's what we got to do. So, bro, I love you so much for what you're doing, man. You're a legend. I just subscribed to you. I found your channel today. I'm subscribing to my brother, man. I love your passion, man. You're doing good, bro. And God bless you, man. Take care, man. Everyone, man. I'm out.
Amen. You too, man. Take care. And please don't think about taking your life again before you come back to Africa, eh?
Nah, bro. Nah, I see what's going on, man. Like, nah, never, man. I got hope. No, I got hope. And I love you guys so much, man.
Sending love to you. And be safe, brother.
You too, bro. One love.
Appreciate. All right. We have a brother here, Bisrat. I know we had Fikado before you, but I'm gonna give you a chance, since it's too late where you are right now, even though I don't know Fikado where he is at right now. I'm trying to unmute you here, my brother. You gotta unmute yourself, I guess.
Hello, my African fellow brothers and sisters.
Oh, Fikado.
Oh, yeah,
Fikado.
No, yes.
Let me ask you this: where are you right now?
I am from the capital of Africa.
So you're in Addis Ababa.
Ethiopia, yeah.
I love you. Please, can you just allow me to give a chance to Henry first, because where he is at right now is 3 a.m. in the morning. I know you and me, we have the same time zone. Just give him a chance, and then I'll come to you.
Okay, please, brother.
Thank you so much. That's an African brother right there. My brother Henry.
Hello.
How you there, brother?
I'm doing okay. I really appreciate Thunder, my brother, for the opportunity. Please. I love the spirit. Yeah, I'm Henry. I'm a Nigerian from the southeast, to be precise, and I live in Malaysia. It's 4:02 a.m. here. I'm supposed to be sleeping, but because of the African spirit, I'm still awake.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, one Africa.
One Africa, yeah.
I want to hit a point to my Nigeria first. I listened, it actually made sense. When we talk about God, is it the God that we are serving? I want him to listen to me and know that God already said that he has given us dominion. I know when you're giving dominion means you are being given authority, right? You have been given charge, right? So God has given us dominion, but the problem here is not God, it's we, Africa, are the problems. Our leaders are the problems. So it has nothing to do with God. So let's keep God outside this.
Yeah.
We use the focus on, and then we start praying over things we are not supposed to be praying about. Like if I want to drink water, I cannot be praying to God. I know I have water, I have a boiler, the electric kettle, I can go and boil my kettle. I start praying, God, please, I want to see. Can you help me boil my water? That's stupid. Understand? So things that we can do for ourselves, we cannot be calling God and praying to God about it. So now, if we talk about the revolution starts with us. What kind of leaders do we have? So for us to start, we have to first of all stop this imperialism. The imperialism, this so-called modern slavery, because that's what I call it, modern slavery. Because when they first came to Africa, they didn't bring Christianity, but there was Jesus before they came to Africa, But they first came with slavery, and slavery ended. They now brought Jesus to enslave us again with Christianity. So now that didn't really work. Then they now brought democracy. And then if I have to define democracy in a layman's understanding, it is the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. So if you check what happened in Niger Republic, and you see the multitude of Nigerians who trooped out in the streets supporting the juntas for the takeover, means the Niger people actually wanted the military, and the Ecowas are not even. What do they? President Bola, President Bola. I don't call him my president. So someone said that President Bola Tinubu knew the Senate. I want to see their point blank. The reason why Tinubu wanted to invade Niger was just to distract the ongoing presidential election going on. You know, because if Nigerian military invade Niger, all the focus will be on the war going on in Niger, and it will affect Nigeria so bad that nobody will be talking about the election tribunal again. All the focus will be on the war, and the war may even last for 6 years. Who knows? How long have Russia spent in Ukraine? Russia, of all people, check how long they have been in Ukraine fighting. So nobody knows how long the Ecowas war with Niger will last. So what I'm trying to say here is that the problem we have is not just our leaders. If our leaders can try to see how they can be self-reliant. See, that self-reliance is what we need in Africa to grow. If we can stop depending on these so-called France, United States and all that, we cannot grow because they don't want us to grow. I watched a video where a man was saying that for them to remain relevant, Africa has to remain impoverished.
Yeah.
You see, most importantly, the sub-Saharan Africa, which is mostly the Ecowas section of Africa. You see, so now what I'm trying to say is that let the African people let us imbibe the African spirit. You see, when I say imbibe African spirit, let's leave on because they are only doing the beat of the colonial masters, so we don't need them.
Yeah.
So let our generation bring the change.
Yeah.
If possible, if we can be able to have their own African Union, yes, that one is political. The African Union is political. If we can find a way to form African Youth Charter, I don't know how we can be able to do that. To have our own union, African Youth Charter. Let it be that this is for African youth. If you are African and you are a youth between the age of 18 to 40 years old, you register to that. So we can always come out and we can have leaders, like 3 leaders from each African country. Each African country may have like 3 or 4 representatives on the African level. So Nigeria may have representatives, South Africa 4 representatives. Then we don't have that African Youth Charter or whatever name we might coin to call it. So that we can always, as African youth, have one voice. So that when it is going wrong in South Africa, the African Youth Charter can stand up as one African youth to fight whatever that is going wrong in South Africa. That is the only way we can achieve whatever dream we are pursuing. If it's going wrong, just like in Nigeria, if something is going wrong there, and we have we come to a consensus and say this is what we are going to do in Nigeria, then our leaders in the African Youth Charter will sit and pass a communique to us. You know, all of us with one voice, we send a message to the leaders that this is African youth, let this stop and let that happen and let this one not happen. When that begins to happen, I think we can be able to start redirecting our leaders on the right path. By that, we can take the voices of the colonial masters and now start raising our own voices.
Yeah.
You know,
I love that.
because this whole thing I'm seeing, I watch what that. If you leave my president, I'm telling you the truth, he will invade Nigeria. Forget the Senate. The Senate stopped him. He knew that Senate was no. He wished it was possible. He wished, which I know. He wished. He wished, and it would be very stupid for Ecowas to invade another African country, even African Union. Please, if they will hear my voice, African Union, if they invade Niger, it will be a shame on them, all of them that are leaders of African Union. How long will we continue to do the bidding of the colonial masters? France give them European Union give them so amount of money. United States give them so amount of money. How have that impacted on the lives of African people? So they are only fighting for their own selfish interest. Fighting for their selfish interest, we don't care about them. All we care about is we care about our African mothers, African fathers, African brothers, and African sisters. Or when it comes to politicians, we don't care about them. If it's possible for military to take over the whole Africa, let them take it over. Even Nigeria, my country, let them take it over, because there is nothing like democracy in Africa. I know what happened during Nigeria election. People that died. No one came out to talk about it. No one came out to speak. When it happened in Burkina Faso, who invaded Burkina Faso? Who invaded Mali? Who invaded Guinea? So why Niger? So please, if my brother, if you can be able to, let me not take much time. If you can be able to start this move of, let's start having, possibly form like a kind of African youth charter.
Yeah,
that would really help us. Please.
I appreciate, brother. I appreciate. You know, we appreciate for that thought, because we actually already have a move that we call you know, One Africa. But I love the fact that you had to specify with the youth, because we know that majority of our African population are youth, and we must be in charge, and we must take charge. We can still get wisdom from our old folks, but we need to step up right now and to bring that change. So I appreciate it. We definitely, I know the team is listening to this.
Yeah, my brother, sorry, 1 minute, you will second, please. Yeah, you made a point. I know about the One Africa. Okay, please don't get me wrong. I really apologize to other people who are on the line to come in. I'll be leaving right now, but please, I want you to understand that the One Africa thing is okay, but African youth cannot be rightly heard under the One African thing. If you want the African youth, the voice of African youth to be heard and loudly heard, we need to have our own African youth charter, and then let's work with the agenda of One Africa. We can work with that agenda, but let it be that we have our own specifically for African youth. That will help. Please, I can drop my number on this private session. You can add me on WhatsApp, so we talk about how to go about it. And if you want us to, I can help to start it up. No harm, the kind of people to connect and all that. I'll write you privately on this backstage, so you can add me on WhatsApp, so we can talk privately about it. God bless everyone. God bless Africa. God bless Africa.
Bless you, man. Bless them. Thank you so much, my brother. All right, my brother from Malaysia, God bless you, man. Have a good night's sleep.
All right, well, thank you very much. I'm leaving my number behind for you. Put me on WhatsApp, all right, so we talk.
I appreciate it. All right. My brother from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Welcome, my brother. You know, the country I love. My brother Bisrat Picard. Welcome to the family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother.
How is Addis Ababa?
Addis is great, and the weather is very cold. We are in winter, as you know.
Yeah.
You have been here a lot of times, so.
Absolutely. I actually came there like it has to be like 1 month ago. I was there.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
was
I
there.
will meet you by your next travel.
Absolutely, absolutely. Also you can drop your number in the private chat, and we can connect. Definitely, when I come there, we shall meet.
Okay. I heard what our Nigerian brother said, and he already mentioned. I just want to talk about the African youth, and when we are free. So when we are free, I mean that I think the time is now to set Africa free from uh, colonizers and also colonizers' mindset. So we are not colonized by only military or other economic stuffs, but also we are colonized by colonizers' mindset. So we are brainwashed by their education. So we are studying the history of Africa, which is written by the colonizers. So how can we think like Africans, even if we are studying the history which is written by them? So we have to wake up, and we have to look inside of our educational system. So one of the tool they use to colonize us is brainwashing by Western education. So we have to fight against that too. So and when we need this change, we need it now, because we suffer a lot because of them. So our children's will not suffer by the same cancer we suffer in our young and in our old stage. So like we have to transfer the continent. I mean, Africa is a country in my eyes. So a country which is free from colonizers. So we have to fight now. We have to stand by our African brothers who stand against these colonizers. I mean, warriors and companies who are like stealing our resources. So we have to stand by them, like and we have to wake up when we think about democracy, blah blah stuffs that like when we think about like the Western use democracy to to destroy countries, to remove the leaders which they're not like. So that we have to wake up when they say this is against democracy, this is against constitution. We have to wake up on that issues, because they one of our sisters said that they supported the dictator one, and also they talk about democracy. So we have to wake up when they say democracy, democracy, democracy. So we have to wake up on such issues, like when we come to Niger's specific issue. Like they just telling us through their media that the Niger military just remove the president, which is selected democratically. So by other words, like this coup is against democracy. So like they put the person they want like a doll. So they use not only education, not only military, also some terms like democracy, good governance, such kind of things to influence us to stand in their side. So African youth, we have to wake up. It's the right time to fight against colonizers. So as you know, like Ethiopia is not colonized by any country. So not on. We are not we don't have such weapons to defeat the colonizers. We use our ancestors, our fathers use first their mind. Their mind was not brainwashed, and they don't watch the Westerns are like what we think now. They are developed. They have military. No, not only military won the war. So
I actually feel you, brother, because honestly we don't really need that. I mean, remember the history of your country. You guys, you beat the heck out of Italians, and you did not have advanced weapon as they did. So yeah, I mean, these days we at least have, so it's doable. We can do it. But I really appreciate
yes.
for you.
Yes, the time is now. Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
No, I want to ask you this one question before I let Patricia. She has been here for a while to share as well. I know you are in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. Just in very short to inform our people as well. How is Ethiopia now?
So there is war in the northern side, with some, with in Amhara region between the government and some groups in there, so that it's it is still a fighting in here. So people are asking for a good governance, for in the city life has become tough, as you know that Addis is like very expensive city, and also other areas life become expensive. So because of that, people is not satisfied by what the government is doing. So even the government is challenged by the Western too. So as you know that, right?
Yeah.
So but hand crossed, and we have the hope that will be a bright future as Ethiopian and also as African. I'm optimistic, so I want to see the brighter side, what the young Africans bring to Africa. So
yeah.
So I want to say this one last word. No one is safe until everyone is safe, and no one is free until we all are free. So and the time is now to say free ourselves. God bless Africa. Thank you.
I appreciate that. That's wonderful. That's a wonderful way to end a session. Thank you so much, my brother Amasaganala. My greetings to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. I love you guys. You're in my heart always. Patricia Matthews, welcome to the family, and it's good to see you. You have been very generous with this family and this channel by donating super chat. I've seen you. And let me just appreciate Stay Quiet for joining membership. Guys, you can join membership as well to support us. Appreciate Nimal 24 hours for the super chat. It means a lot. Appreciate Pan-African Forever for the super chat as well. I love the spirit I hear today. Thank you so much for your generosity. I don't take it for granted. Sending love to you. Thank you so much. Oh, Patricia, welcome.
Blessings, brother. Blessings to everybody. I just want to know that Thank you. I just want to let you know that we from the Caribbean, we support Niger and we stand in support. You are in our prayers, and we stand with Africa. One love Africa. We are one family because that's where we originated from, and 400 years ago, and many of us are returning, and more of us will be returning. So Africa, here we come. One love. Stay strong. Don't let anybody put you down because of your looks. It's stay strong. Because I mean, one of our brothers that spoke earlier on, the one that spoke about three levels before. Stay strong. Don't worry about what anybody say about you regarding your looks. We are one people, and God made us this way. Who don't like us can look the other way. That's as simple as that. All right. So one love and take care and keep up the good work.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Needed that,
You're
Patricia.
You're
thank you for your
welcome.
support. Thank you for always being there. I love you and I appreciate you.
You too. We love you too. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So let me end this session. I see Relentless Man, you came back. Do you have anything that you want to add just a little quick?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I didn't think my mic was still open. I mean, it's really not much I can add. I just want to think there's so much we could talk about, but there's so many different topics that we can get on, about our problem and what's going on, and even questions I would like to ask, but I don't know who to ask these questions to, or who's going to be the right person to answer the questions. But I'm really just glad. I'm very, very happy about the spirit that a lot of Africans are kind of taking on recently, especially the young ones, and it really fills my spirit. I just want to thank all of you guys for what you're doing, especially you too, my brother, man. I'm on big ups, bro, big ups.
Appreciate it, my brother.
Yeah, man. I'm just here. I'm just listening to the conversation, and that's it. And really, that's just what it is, bro.
Appreciate my brother. You said you found this channel today, right?
Yeah. I was because like the whole Niger thing, like it's kind of viral. So because I'm not in the land, I'm not back home, so I'm keeping up with everything that's going on. I'm like watching every YouTube channel, trying to get an understanding of what's going on. So I stumbled upon your channel a few hours ago, and I watched the one. It was like 45 minutes long, and there was a point where it felt like you were almost crying, bro. It felt like you were crying, like when you were talking.
And I did.
I was like, oh my God, bro! Like he is very passionate, and it's the same passion that I also share for my motherland as well. So that's why I connect with you. I connect with the show. I'm like, no, I think I have to get on this conversation, on this dialogue. So yeah. I'm right now. I'm your biggest fan right now, bro. I'm your biggest fan, bro. I just subscribed.
We family. We family.
Yeah.
Family in here. And I really appreciate for you taking that step, because not everybody does that. But I really appreciate, man. I cried. I mean, you see a lot of videos. I usually cry a lot of time. That's because of
you know who you remind me of?
Do
you know who you remind me of, bro? Professor Lumumba, bro. You look just like him.
That's my African daddy, man. That's my African daddy. I haven't met him face to face yet, but I've been talking to him sometimes. He's one of the few people that I look up to. Yeah, he's the legend.
Yeah, he is.
I love him. I follow him. I listen to him a lot, and I learn a lot from him.
Yeah, I listen to Prof too. I listen to him like it's the scripture, man. Like, so many things that he says, I really relate to, and it just feels like, man, it's so many people that share the same sentiment as a lot of us. Professor Lumumba is one of them that I really, really, really listen to. Like the passion in his voice, the command, the call, the outcry for Africans to be a single state. That's what we want. We don't want this border division. We want Africa to be a single state, a single military, a single currency. You know what I mean? Like this is how we can be powerful, bro. If Niger is just Niger as a country, Niger can never be a powerful nation. You know what I mean? Because it kind of limits itself to what if Nigeria is just a country, it will never be a powerful state. So we need the whole entire continent to be a single state. No border restrictions, just a single state, a single military. And then when we go out to for trade, when we talking about trade, we should be talking about trade for the benefit of the entire African continent, not just for one country or not just for a few countries. That's how we have to do it, bro. There's no other way that we are going to make it out alive if we don't unify ourselves. There's no other way, bro. Like this, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening because guess what? Once we can, if we're able to unify the continent as a single state, we can do trade within ourselves. So, like people like Congo, for example, people in Nigeria, we can buy minerals from there. People who are in Nigeria we can do trades among ourselves. We can come up with the most baddest weapons ever, bro. Like with the most destructive weapons. And really, the West only respects people that have atomic weapons. So if we can make our own, if we can fortify our military, we start to get respect. But we can't do it without unity. So unity is the only way out. Is the only way out. We have to put away with every other thing, religion aside, tribalism aside. We have to just do away with that, because if we don't, we are going to help these people to exterminate us, bro. Like we are actually working into extermination right now. Yes, Africa has a huge population. If we if we count everyone, we're like 1.5 billion, both the ones that live within Africa and outside Africa, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're so divided, right? We're so divided that it's gonna be so easy for them, bro. Because you have to understand how diabolical these people are, bro. With the way things are going, bro, with the scramble for Africa and the scramble for world power, bro. We are going to get caught in casualties. We are going to be like the ones that are going to be like just using us pawns, bro. So the only way we can get ourselves out from this mess is we have to unite, bro. We have to unite. That's the only way out. I don't see any other way out. I mean, if anyone has any other way, please just let us know, bro. Please share with us, because we're very curious to know.
I appreciate my brother. I love the passion and I love your voice, man. It's really needed, so I really appreciate it, man. Now I'll let you guys go, because I think I'm gonna close this session, but I'll leave you guys with something later on too. For those who, let's say you're new to this family, you don't know what's all about, at the end of this video, I'm going to leave you with one video to at least understand what's all about. So stay tuned. All right. Then I'll let you guys go for now. The Relentless Man and my brother there, Bisrat, I appreciate you guys. So since he has spoken about my daddy, my African daddy, PLO Lumumba, let me play this video for a little bit. You guys listen to him and then I'll be back. Where's that? I need to have a future tomorrow.
Peace is at the very heart of human development. Peace I bring you, the peace of God that surpasses all understanding. That statement attributed to Jesus Christ is not only known to him. I can refer to many religions, both within and without Africa, that talk about peace. Peacemakers and peacemaking is critical, because we recognize that without peace, without tranquility, you cannot realize your potential. And African communities, like other communities, have always had means of mediating conflict. because conflict is part and parcel of human engagement, part and parcel of society. And it is therefore important to reiterate that peacemaking is an exercise that must never be poo-pooed, it must never be abandoned. Of course, peacemaking is not always successful, but history has also taught us that all conflict throughout the ages always end with peace. So you choose either to engage in war and suffer the pain, then make peace, or make peace in order to avoid war. The choice is ours.
I love how he finished. I love what he said there. I love what he said there. So we either choose to engage with the war and then have peace at the end, or we choose having peace and avoid the war. And I think the second option is so much better. I know we believe and we say that, you know, there's no peace without war. But war is not necessary sometimes. It's possible to avoid war and to have peace. And that's what we've been talking about, the case of Niger right now. That there's no need to have war. There's no need to go to war. There's no need to. I saw one guy said that we need to use them as an example. Man, really? You need to use your fellow Africans as an example. And this Sunday, I hope the world sees the huge number of people came out in solidarity with the coup. And I said this in the video I released today. If you didn't watch that video, please go and watch that video because it's very important. I say this, that I think, this is my personal thought, all right? I'm not saying that it is, but it's my personal thought. I think the reason why, one of the reasons why the military have been taking over the governments in the western part of Africa, I said it's because they love their countries. It's as simple as that. Soldiers and militaries are trained to love their countries, to protect their countries, to protect their resources, to protect everything in their country. They are trained that way. They're software that way. And so when you see this military taking over, it's not just a matter of authority, as the Western media are putting out there, that again, you know, Africa are fighting because of leadership. They're fighting because of this and this. It's not because of that. It's not just because of what Western media says. And please don't believe that. Yes, that could be one of the reasons, but I want to believe, and one of the reasons that I think, it's because these people, they love their countries. And when they see their countries are not going in the right direction, they have experienced war for so long time. And the first people to die all the time are military, are soldiers, because they're the ones that are going to defend the country. It's like the war right now. They're the one going there to fight the war. So if you're going to have civilians and normal citizens dying, that's like the second part. But the first part, the first people who are dying, they're soldiers. These guys love their countries. But we paint them in the way that they don't love their country. They just want to take over the government. They kidnap the president. No, it's not just about one way. It's about the other way as well. Why are they doing that? Maybe this guy didn't have a good plan for his country. Maybe this guy was selling his country, and they were there defending him, protecting him every single day, seeing the country going astray. And they sweared before God, because you usually swear, if you have a Bible or you have a Quran, you swear on that I'm going to defend and protect my country at any cost. I'll be ready to die protecting this country. So that means if you have a leader who is not protecting and defend the country, they're going to choose country over the leader. And that's what has been happening. So let's not just paint them the way we're painting them. I mean, the Western media, this is a message for Western media because all Africans understand that, and to Ecowas and AU as well. These guys love their countries. They're ready to fight. They're ready to die for the country. Let me ask you this. How many leaders in Africa are ready to die for their countries? How many leaders that today, if there's a war breakout, you'll be there. You go there to fight the war for your country. How many leaders can do that? Well, so far, I know only one leader. Honestly, I know only one leader because he did that. And I know there's a lot of things happening in Ethiopia right now. There's so much hate and so much towards their leader. But I remember last year, he went on a battlefield to a war when the war broke out. Yes, there's still a war there today. They're still fighting. There's still conflict. Things are still not settled. But for the sake of argument and this point that I'm sharing right now, I want you to remember that. The soldiers are always there, willing and ready to die for their countries. They're putting their lives on the line. These soldiers have families. They have kids. They have wives. They have relatives. And they are there, ready to die. So when they're taking over government, don't just think about negativity. No, these guys, they love their country. That's why people are showing love to them back. You say this leader was there democratically. Where are his supporters? Why everybody is with the coup? And I love what one of our brother here said today. He said, you know, before they came with our brother from Malaysia, Nigerian from Malaysia, he said that today, these days, they're using that agenda of democracy. And he said there's a lot of dictator leaders they're supporting in France or US. They're supporting, we know that. It's not even a secret. But do you know why they support them? Because there are agreements that they've made with them and they don't want the change of regime. Because if they change, those agreements maybe might be taken out. So if they find the best shot to take all of your resources in your countries, and there's a puppet leader there who save their interest, they're going to keep him there as long as they can. They don't care about democracy. They don't care about democracy in Africa. They care about your resources and what you have. They don't care about human rights in Africa. They care about their agenda and mess up your families with the agenda of LGBTQ alphabet to mess up your families, destroy your families, take dad figure out of your families. That's why today, if you go to the United States, a lot of people, a lot of kids have been raised by a single mommy. Where are dads? The first thing they do, they take God out of the picture, and then they take daddy out of the picture, and then what is left is broken family. And that's what they want it to happen in Africa. They want to break families of Africa because one of the strongest things in Africa is family values. That's one thing that I'll give credit to Africa. Africans, we have family values. Our dads, our moms, our grandmama. Have you met African mama? My mom, okay, my mom cannot do that today. But most of our African mom can whip you. Even if you're 30 or 40 years of age, she can whip you because you're still a child to them. She's going to whip you with everything she got. That was African mom. Man, if I tell you my story, how my dad whipped me, and today I turn out to be this good guy because my dad, he whipped me. One day I was beaten on the New Year Eve. I mean, not New Year Eve. In the New Year, we went to the church. We just came back home. I was whipped. New Year. Imagine starting your year by being whipped. That the entire year was difficult for me because I was whipped. There was a moment I thought like I was adopted with my own family. I didn't think I was a kid in that family because of how much whipped I received. One day I was not even able to sit on my chair. I was sitting like this, and my mom, she was feeling sorry for me. You understand that? Because of how I was whipped. Oh, my background here disappeared a little bit. I gotta bring it back. So yeah, but those whippings, they helped us. They help us so much. Yes, I told even my dad one day that, Dad, I used to hate you, but I love you now because I know And I was not. I was not a wicked kid. I was not the most wicked kid. I was not, man. I was not. But my dad was trying to set an example for others because I'm the last born, and brother and sister, they had some issues, and he wanted me to turn out good. So he whipped me as much as he could, so that I may be, however. But that's the way they show love. They say, we love you, so I'm gonna whip you. My dad, I remember, he would open the Bible and he whipped me. He would read the book of Proverbs that is talking that about whipping your child. It's important to do that. He'll read the scripture and then he'll be like, come here, and then he'll whip the heck out of me. But that's why African family, we have values, we have morals. Today you're bringing the agenda of homosexuality in Africa. Nobody understands you because we have values. You've been raised with those values. We've been raised with those sticks. You can't turn that away today. No matter how much you try to do that, do you know how free we'll be if we kick these guys out? Because we no longer have to depend on them. They don't have to enforce anything to us. They're out, just like that. So yeah, it is very important for us to remember that us kicking them away, we are going to receive a lot of benefits in that way. Yeah, so kudos to those countries that are kicking people away. I appreciate for the super chat. I see super chat here from my brother Pan-African Patriarch Stand. Appreciate. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm kind of scared with your profile, my brother. And I appreciate for the super chat anyways. Thank you for your generosity. I don't take that for granted. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah. So one of the Western agendas right now, it is to destroy family values. They have succeeded a lot in the Western countries. In the US, man, I'm talking to yesterday we had Mama here, but I have a lot of my friends there. Man, when you talk to them, they're like, man, this is the end of the world. I don't want to be here anymore. A lot of people moving out from the US, from the UK, because of these values that have been, there's no more values. And who are you today to stand there and be like, democracy, human right? No more values. And it's bad that abnormal things these days, they're pushing so hard to look normal. I want to advise those people who have kids. Man, don't even play these cartoons from all this like Disney and all this stuff. Don't play these cartoons. Because these days, even our kids are watching awful cartoons. These guys, they use everything to destroy the values of our families by training kids. You turn on your TV, showing cartoons, Western cartoons. They have so many different agendas, evil agendas towards our kids. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you have kids, don't let them watch cartoons. Don't let them do that. I thank God here in my country, we have like a local cartoons. So when I'm going to have my kids, when God bless me with my kids, they're going to be watching that. No more watching evil cartoons. Everything is about satanic. Everything is about evil. Man, we need God. And that's why, let me tell you this, guys. Some of you are criticizing me, putting God first, always pray before and after. Man, because this world right now is organized, being led by Satans, by satanic movements everywhere. And it's open. Go to United States. There's satanic church there. Everywhere. Look at the rituals they do. People are being sacrificed. It's in the open these days. So if the world is doing that, who are you to stop me talking about my God here? Who the heck are you stopping me to talk about my God? the God of love, peace, and unity. Who are you? Man, I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to talk about God until you get it. And if you don't believe in God, I'm going to tell you right now, it is important for you to believe, because I'm telling you, we are not going to see liberation in Africa without God being at the center. We're not going to see it, because satanic agendas are being pushed to Africa. This is spiritual warfare. It's not physical. Guys, it's not physical. You can't fight spiritual warfare with your with your guns. You can't do that. What I'm trying to say is this, that this is first and foremost is the spiritual warfare that is being manifested physically. You understand that? Only people in the spirit will understand this. This is a spiritual warfare that is being manifested physically. That's why all the agendas you see are against what God wants, against nature. Against nature is like against who you are. You are being trained to believe that that is who you are, but I'm telling you, that's not who you are. There's no biological reason to what they're saying. So these are agendas that are spiritual, trying to be manifested physically by forcing you to believe that's who you are. That's how you were born. That's how you came. There's no evidence to that. It's force. Imagine, this is force, but it's being pushed as much as they can. It has nothing to do with physical. It has nothing to do with physically. It's about controlling spiritually and physically, and taking God out of the picture. Because when you force this agenda, when you send this agenda to our people, you lose that connection with God. If God created you this way, you say, I'm not this way, I'm that way. Or you decide to change yourself. Basically say, I'm the God of my own life. You're your own God. Because we have this say that you choose who you want to be. It's your choice. You choose who you want to be. Let me tell you, man, you don't choose who you want to be. Not in that sense, not in that context. You are who you are. And God had a reason to make you who you are. If that's the thing with gender, it's gonna be the same thing with color. We have Africans who change their color and try to look white. They say, I choose who I am. You know, I don't like this color, I want to be white. It's the same thing, guys. You don't choose who you are. You are who you are, man. You are who you are. You can change your face, but deep inside your heart, you know you're black. You know your ass is black. You can't change that. You can change your gender, but deep inside your heart, you know your gender. You know who you are. Who are you fooling around? So we must talk about this. We must talk about God. Because if the battle is spiritual battle, being manifested physically, we're going to fight spiritually and we're going to manifest physically. And that's what we do. And that's why we pray. And that's why we seek God. And that's why we preach about God. That's why we talk about Him. Because until we need to return to Him, that God will see all the evilness that are happening, but we're seeking your righteousness. We're seeking your kingdom. Because you say, Proverbs 21:21, it says, whoever seek righteousness will find life, prosperity, and honor. Do you want life? You got to seek righteousness of God, man. You got to be right with God. And we ain't going to stop talking about that, because all the media, all the Western media, all the agendas right now is talking about being right with men and not with God. There is no more fear of God. So we do whatever we want to do. We sin however we want to do. We speak however we want to do. We are the owner of our own lives. This is my life. You ain't going to tell me nothing. I'm going to decide how I want to live. However, I'm going to decide that. Man, I'm telling you this, man. The true freedom is only in God. The true freedom is in your relationship with God. You don't have a relationship with God, you don't have freedom. You fool yourself. There's no true freedom. There's no true freedom out there. The Western media is saying that to you. No, there's no true freedom out there. And I'm not going to be ashamed. I'm not going to be ashamed to speak the good news of our God and our Lord Christ. I'm not going to be ashamed. You must know it. I'm an African. I love Africa, and I want the best of Africa. And I know the best of Africa is us returning to Him, the God of our ancestors, the God of our forefathers. Turn to Him. Turn to him. Turn to him. Let me say this again as I'm finishing. This is a spiritual warfare that has been manifested physically. Everything you see in this world is not there in the spirit. So you choose. You choose. You choose. You can't be at the center. You got to choose. There's only two sides. There's only two sides. Bright side and dark side. You choose. Even not choosing bright side, it's choosing. You already choose. Even stay silent, you already choose. You know deep inside your heart. So I'm not naive to stand here and to think that we're going to achieve everything we say without God. No. No. I'll be lying to you guys, and I don't even deserve to stand here before you, man. I don't even deserve to speak to you, man. Cancel me. Unsubscribe to me. If there will come a day I will stand here and be like, you know what, we got this, we can do it, we don't need God, cancel me. The matter of fact, report my channel right away. Unsubscribe, leave, never listen to me ever again, because I'm lying to you and I don't deserve, and I'll be hypocrite. I'm not hypocrite, man. I'm not going to sit here and tell you lies. I'm not that. All right? I'm not that. If you want that hypocrisy, there's a lot of channels that has that hypocrisy, but not here. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be straight with you. I'm going to tell you the truth, because only the truth shall set us free. In Africa, we really need that. You see that? The truth shall set you free. That means when you hear the truth, you shall have that freedom. And the truth is the word of God. It's God himself. There's no true freedom outside of God. And you know it. Even you that you don't believe in him, you know it. You know it. You know it. Come on. You know it. You know it. Because we didn't just come here because my dad and my mom, they made love and then I came. Man, I came here with the purpose. I was somewhere before I came here. Even when you die, your spirit goes back where it came from. Do you know that? And we bury your body. Do you know that? So, where does your spirit come from? Do you know that? Do you know that each and every single one of us were there before we came here? Do you know that? Do you know that we were living in the spirit before our life manifested physically? Do you know that? So deep inside your heart, all of us, we have that hunger and ego to worship God. You have that. That's why, let me tell you this. Each one of us, we have that inside of our heart. Even if, I don't care whether you believe or you don't believe, if you don't believe, you have that inside you. There's something that you're missing. There's something that you have been searching for so long. And you feel like, something I need in this life. Maybe you have all the money in this world. You have, servants serving you every single time. You have all the cars. You slept with all the women and all the men. You did that. But there's something missing inside of your heart. Why? What is that? You know what is that? Because your spirit was not designed. Even the Bible says, your body was not just designed for sex. Your life was not just designed for materialistic. No, you were designed for him. Our true pleasure comes from him. Us being in a relationship with him. Us walking righteously. That's where our true pleasure is. That's where pleasure is. You can drink all kind of alcohol. You'll never find that pleasure. You can sleep with as many people as you want. You won't find that pleasure. I have my history too. I ain't gonna tell you today, but you can find your pleasure whatever you want to. But you never find that true pleasure. You can smoke as many weed or cigarettes as much as you can. You never find it. You're gonna keep doing it because your heart is keep searching, and you're still doing it. You're still lying to yourself. Western media is still lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. And I'm telling you, the day you meet God, the day you have that relationship with him, you're never gonna be the same again. You find that pleasure, and that's why when you find a man that meet up with God, if that man was abusive to his wife or abusive to women, he's stopping. If he will be alcoholic, they're going to stop. If you'll be addicted to sex, they're going to stop. Why? Because they found true treasure, true pleasure in this life. there's more pleasure than what we see. And that is your relationship with God. In Africa, we need to go back there because we do believe in him. And our brother from Malaysia, he said it very clearly. He couldn't be more right with that. He said that problems with Africa is not because of God. It's because of us. Don't put blame on God. God has nothing to do with that. He's giving you everything. And one of the very important tasks that he has given us after he created a man in his own image is say, I want you to go to rule, to dominate. Dominion, that's the only task God gave to a man. Dominion, not over people, but over the resources. That's the reason why Africa is poor, because we do not dominate our own resources. He said, go and dominate the birds in the sky, the fish in the ocean, in the seas, and everything that grows upon the ground. What is that? In the sky, we have electricity there. We have rain there. In the ocean, we have oil there. In the ground, we have, crops there. We have all kind of minerals there. He said that. That's the only task God gave to a man after he created him in his own image. But Africa don't do that. Westerners are controlling our resources. No wonder why they are far away from us. No wonder why. Because they do what God has called them to do, to dominate the resources, and they do it very well. They've been doing in Africa, they've been doing in Niger, and I appreciate for these countrymen. I love Burkina Faso, I love Mali, I love Niger, because these guys are waking up and they say, well, get out of here. Mali just destroyed the relationship with France. And now Niger are doing the same thing. Unless you manage your own resources, you'll never be rich, you'll never be wealthy. If someone else is managing your house, don't be surprised if one day that guy sleep with your wife. If someone else build your house, don't be surprised if one day they're going to destroy your house, because they have authority over your wealth. That's the reason why Africa is poor. I don't know why I've been saying this. I don't know, man. I didn't plan to say this. But I know that I'm speaking to someone out there. We have 142 people watching. But I know I'm speaking to you. I know it. I know it. I know it, because I didn't plan to talk about this. I know it. I'm speaking to you. I know it. I know you hear me. I know your spirit is like you're feeling this fire inside of you. I know it. And that is the presence of God. And some of you'll meet with him today. And I just pray for that. I pray for you all. So let me just pray for you a little quick, all right? Pray for blessing and pray for that kingdom of God. And let me just say this. That's the only message that Christ preached when he was here on earth for 3 years straight. He didn't preach about anything else, but he was preaching about the kingdom of God. Kingdom of God. That's the same thing John the Baptist preached about, the kingdom of God. That's the reason why he came, for the kingdom of God. For you to know that you're in the kingdom of God. You're supposed to be in the kingdom of God. When you have this relationship with God, you are in his kingdom. He said, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. One thing that you're supposed to be hungry and thirst for more than anything else is God and his kingdom and his righteousness. Be thirst for him, and he'll show himself to you. So let me tell you this. Let me help you this, all right? If you do not believe, I want you today, and you want to have you want to have that faith. I want you today to go and pray. Pray to God. Tell him that I don't really know you, and but let me tell you this. You know him because you were there before you came. Anyways, you forgot about him. So in that case, there's no one who not really believe in God. No one, really no one. Because we use God a lot when we swear. Oh my God, you already called him. Everything you see, that breath. Okay, let me tell you this. Okay, the people who always say this, that no, God does not exist. You are believing on that white, colonialist Jesus and all those stuff. There's a lot of people say that, and I understand. But let me tell you this. We believed in God even before they came here, colonialists. For those who are saying that you believe on white Jesus and all this stuff, you don't know the history of Africa. You don't know that. So just don't say that. And anyone who knows that that guy was not white. Those are the movies and videos to, again, for you to believe something else otherwise. It's the time for us Africans to create our own movies like that. But okay, let me challenge you. I'm giving you a challenge. I believe in God, right? And I have that faith and I have that relationship with him, right? You don't have that relationship with you. So do this. If you don't have that relationship and you don't believe at all, I want you to try this. Today, go and pray. Say, God, if you exist, I want you to take this oxygen away from me. I want you to pray that prayer. You want to test if he's there? Pray that prayer. And tomorrow we're going to be hashtagging RIP. I don't want that to happen to you. No. But if you want to find out if he's there or not, that's the easiest way you're going to find out. Because you're no longer going to have oxygen that he provides. And then you're going to meet him on the other side. And I don't know what is there for you. Anyways, guys, I'm not here to scare you or anything. I'm not here, but, you know, there's always those rebellious people. So if you're rebellious, we talk the same language too. We speak the same language. Carlos Ortiz, appreciate for the super chat. Sending love to you. I don't take that for granted. This is our member here. I want to appreciate that for supporting this channel, all the members. And I want to appreciate for the super chat as well. And as usual, before I pray and get out of here, I want to appreciate all the members in the house. And I'm just going to display their names here and those who are supporting me on Patreon as well. I want to appreciate you guys. You guys have chosen to support this family financially, so I'm going to appreciate you as well publicly here. So I'm just going to share these names right here publicly. I appreciate all the members in the house. Yeah, 0 days. So we have like Stay Quiet joined today. Randy B also joined today. And Yehuda, 3 members joined today. And we have different kind of membership. We have like distance cousin. We have close cousin. We have sibling. We have like family. And we have like partners. So it depends. If you want to support like you start from distance cousin. So whatever you want to support. And I think you start from 2.99 and then you have 4.99 and then you have like 99.9999 and even 99.99. Yeah. So I want to appreciate everybody here. These names you see are people who are standing with us to support our cause with their giving monthly. So I really want to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. And I appreciate you. Also, let me take this moment to as well display my people from the Patreon. I have a Patreon ship as well. The link is in the comment section as well. Let me display your names here. Now we have 9 Patreons. I have 9 Patreons. So let me just display here the names. Appreciate you guys as well. 9 of them. So the first 9 names you see here, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. All these guys. Appreciate you guys. Sandra, Titi, Asata, Christian, Boniface, TG, BJ, Emma, and Kifaru. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support. And there it's open, so you can go and see what kind of support I receive from Patreon. And also I appreciate the super chat for today as well. Let me just display that. I will never stop doing this because you guys are giving part of yourself. And I don't think you're crazy, but I think you want to stand with us. So I appreciate that. And I want to appreciate also those who are, for those who wants to join membership, I think I'll share that link as well here for you guys to join. Let me share. For those who would like to support Patreon, I'll share that link is there. And for those who would like to join membership as well, let me share the link right now for you guys. It's important for me to do this for my people. I love you, family. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right. And for those who joined here today with all the comments and everything, I know not everybody has something to support, but you guys, you've been here, you've been watching, you've been commenting, you've been talking here and there. So I want to appreciate you guys for doing that. I love you so much. I know, you know, we've been here for 2 hours and 40 minutes right now. Thank you for sticking around, for staying there, for contributing. I love you guys. For those who shared, liked, comment, I love you guys. And even for those who have been quiet, but you came here and you've been listening, because I know sometimes people are, they want to see, like, who is this guy? But we started this mission 4 years ago. If you go through our YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of videos we've done so far. Yeah, so in the end, let me pray. And then as I go away, I'm going to share with you guys a video for those new to just understand who are we, Swahili Nation, One Africa. Our vision is towards one Africa of solidarity in peace and love. And our mission is to defend and protect the image of Africa, to bring back all the heritage and the sons and daughters of Africa back to the continent, to decolonize the mind through authentic knowledge, and to create a bridge for oneness and peaceful Africa. That is the mission, and that's the vision that we stand for. So our vision basically is to have one Africa in our generation. And, you know, we have one Africa. We have WhatsApp group that we connect there with our people. For those who would like to be in the WhatsApp group, let me share right now here. Also, we are a registered organization here in the continent as SNOA Foundation, Swahili Nation One Africa Foundation. And as I'm inviting you guys in the group, I'm inviting you in the group to tell you that this group, guys, the topic there and everything that we talk about is about the unity of Africa. I hope you guys, you hear that, the unity of Africa. So if you come in this group, just know that everything we talk about is about the unity of Africa. So if you join here, make sure that whatever you talk about, it's about the unity of Africa. We have admins there. For anything apart from that, then there will be, don't be surprised if you are taken out. All right. We don't curse. We don't, even though today I did that, you know, today I did that in my video. So I'm sorry, guys. I did that. I said this, I was like nobody give a shit about democracy. You know, I was a little bit too emotional. So I was carried out. So I'm sorry about that. But, you know, we refrain ourselves from profanity. And yeah, so that's the group. If you join there, we have that to just share with you guys informations and our videos and everything. And you guys to be free to share about Africa, to share about the unity of Africa, the strategies and everything. So you can join them. All right, guys, let me pray and I'll leave you with the final video for you guys to understand what we're really doing. God, I thank you for today. Thank you for your presence. Even though sometimes we don't feel it because of the situation in life, but we believe that you're bigger than situations. So I pray that our eyes and our hearts will focus on you and not on the mountain that we are climbing and not on the circumstances that we're going through. I don't know, God, people that are watching this right now, but I know that they're battling and struggling in one way or another. Whatever battle it is, if it is finding you, if it is getting back to you, if it is knowing you, if it is finance, if it is family, if it is whatever it is, God, if it is just purpose to figure out why they're here. God, I pray that you reveal yourself to them today. I thank you for Niger. I thank you for Africa. I thank you for the shift that is happening in this continent. God of our Father, we worship you and we thank you and we love you. Thank you for all that you're doing through this family, SNOA. This family is yours. I don't own it. It's yours. And I thank you for taking us to that direction. I pray for the reconciliation, first of all, with us and you, and then with our neighbors. Because if we do not really love you and love ourselves, how can we love our neighbors that we don't even know? So, thank you for Africa. Thank you for our brothers and sisters. Thank you for all the faith that are in here today. Thank you for those who believe in you. Thanks for those who don't believe in you. Thank you. You know us better than we know ourselves. So if you love us already unconditionally, who are we to criticize and hate one another? That would be hypocrisy. Even those who do not know you, you still love them. Even those that know you, or they think they know you, or we think we know you, you love us. And the matter of fact, you don't even know you. But help us. Because the more we get close to you, the more we'll get closer to one another. Because our identity is in you. Nobody knows Tesla as much as Elon Musk knows Tesla. Nobody knows Ford as much as Ford knows. Nobody knows us but you who made us. So if we want to know about ourselves, we must know you first. Then we can know who we are. Because you made us. You have the recipe. You have the instruction book. You have that. Like when you buy your phone, it always comes with instruction book, right? Or your computer, it comes, or with your refrigerator, or your TV, it always comes, or your car, it always comes with the book that tells you how to use it and everything. And so you have that instruction about us. If I want to figure out about myself, I gotta get to know you first. So I pray for that grace today to our people. To know you. Because when we know you, then we realize that we can't kill one another. Because we are your image. And you love us all. And you commanded us to love each other. So if we know you, then we'll have that awareness. We'll have that breakthrough. We'll have that freedom. That resentment and hatred that we have towards one another, this religion towards that religion, because of religions, because of tribes, because of politics, God, those hatred, it's not from you. But I pray that today we will know you so that we may know ourselves, so that we may discover ourselves, rediscover who we are. I love you and I thank you. In Christ's name I pray. Amen. Guys, all right, so I'll show you two videos to know why I'm doing this and to know what is all about One Africa movement. All right, you're in One Africa movement, and we have another channel of One Africa. If you go to this channel, you will see One Africa somewhere. You can go. That's like our second channel. We're not doing anything right now, but it's important for you guys to know that we have One Africa channel. Can go there. Let me just show you here, guys. One Africa channel is right here. This one. This is One Africa channel. Go and subscribe there as well. We're gonna come with content in that channel as well. For now, just go and subscribe. We have a few videos, so go there and subscribe. We have Twitter, which is X today. We called One Swahili Nation. Let me show you guys here as well. It's important for you guys to connect with us through those social media as well. If you go to Twitter, right here. Oh, that's mine. Swahili Nation, right here. This is our Twitter account. We share a lot of news, all breaking news that are happening in Africa. We share them. So go and you can follow us on Twitter, on X. It's going to take a while for us to get used to that. Okay, we also have Instagram pages. You go there and show you guys as well. You guys just see it so that you may be sure, because there are other pages there that are not from us. Okay, Instagram pages, we have Official Swahili Nation. You can go and follow us as well. Official Swahili Nation, we are there. But others you can find in our following here as well. We have One Africa page as well. And also we have another one, Swahili Nation Podcast, Swahili Nation podcast. You can go and follow that as well. So you can follow us on Swahili Nation Official. This one is basically our main, but also we have One Africa. We are still organizing, and hopefully we'll have enough team to run this stuff. So here as well, we share news all the time and a few clips that are happening and all the stuff. You can go and follow us there as well. TikTok. Well, TikTok, Swahili Nation is not active yet, even though it's there. But my personal TikTok, Mika Chavala, is very active. You can go and follow that as well. Let's stay connected everywhere. Sometimes I do live stream there on TikTok because we want to spread our message everywhere. So go and do that. All right, guys. I love you. Let me leave you with these 2 videos for you guys to know what we stand for. I love you. Bye-bye. First of all, I think every African should be doing what I do, like everybody, because of who we are, right? We're African. We should love Africa. When I went to South Korea, I realized that Africa is being perceived and viewed very different. I realized that, well, the media, what I see on TV, what people talk about Africa, even my friends, they don't really know about it. It's very negative. It's very negative. That was 2013, and I was like, I must change this. So I started actually there in South Korea. I started to go to schools, to like elementary school, like kindergarten, elementary, middle school, high school. I started to go there. That was like my part-time job. I went to, like in Korea, I went to every single city in Korea. I went everywhere in that country, and I was going to these schools. One day I went even close to North Korea. Like there's this one place called Paju. It's just next to North Korea. Like you see North Korea is there, South Korea is here. I went there and I went to kindergarten. These little kids, and these little kids, when they see you, some of them, they start to cry. They just see you, they say, why are you crying? So I was like, why are you crying? So they're scared. These are little kids, but that's what they have been seeing on TV. That's what, like, sometimes some of them, even their parents teach them like that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to build a new system that is for Africans. It's for us. A new system that it will support us. It will challenge authorities here in Africa, right? And it will challenge as well. It will defend and protect the image and heritage of Africa, right, from outsiders, like Westerners, Easterners, and to build pretty much a new system, because before colonialism we had a different system, right? During colonialism we had a different system. After that we're still struggling with this system, right? And our forefathers like Haile Selassie, Julius Kambarage Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, Kaunda, and so many others, they tried to build a new system after colonialism that unite all Africans, right, to become one. And they did their part, right? And now they're gone. Nobody's here right now. So it's our responsibility right now as the sons of Africa to actually carry on with that move and that fight. And that's what One Africa is standing for. One Africa is not about me personally, but it's about us. Usually, I never get used to read a speech, but for today, I'm gonna read a little speech that we wrote, and this will give you a full picture of what we stand for, where we are, and where we are going. It is indeed an auspicious occasion, a great honor and privilege to be here with you today to launch and celebrate a nations of union, One Africa. Swahili Nation One Africa is a global initiative founded to unite Africa, explore the abundant opportunities of growth that exist throughout the continent, harmonize ideas, and best steps to harness these for the benefit of both the young and old generations. To date, Africa remains a continent blessed with numerous resources, yet it is still the poorest in the world. There are numerous internal and external factors that causes this dissonance. The World Bank estimates that by the year 2050, sub-Saharan countries will be home to more than 1 billion people, half of whom will be under 25 years. This demographic stands the best chance at transforming the continent. The most dangerous poverty of all is mind poverty. Colonizers paralyzed Africa decades ago using the education system. The imperialists to date use the divide and rule principle. Africans have for decades been turned against each other. The family unity in Africa, which served a pivotal as a building block of human behavior and society at large, where formative values and respect and responsibility were instilled by parents, all the social order is now disintegrating. Should we sit back and continue complaining while cursing the neo-colonialists? My people, eradicating mind poverty in Africa starts by acknowledging our history, being aware of the present, building on the future, and learning from our mistakes. My people perished and being destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Knowledge remains the biggest challenge we face as Africans. Even with little knowledge we possess, partly our minds have been brainwashed and misinformed. The divide and rule approach of the colonialists remain prevalent even in the current times. Africa, we have allowed ourselves to be divided along with tribes, religion, skin color, clans, ethnicity, amongst others. One Africa, we declare our diversity is our strength. We embrace unity in diversity. Generations behind us are silently pleading for direction. The time is now to reconcile with ourselves, neighbors, and the whole continent. It will be a long road to healing, but in solidarity, we break away from the chains of division and walk the path to freedom. As we forge through this era of technological revolution, Africa should concurrently embrace transformative global trends, especially targeting our education policies. We should create tech corners and replicate across the continent to acquaint professionals in Africa with different trends on education and technology aimed at connecting them with the rest of the world. Unity, peace, and love run a resounding aloe. These three sum can only come through initiative that promote equality of opportunity. Africa is the world's youngest continent with 60% of its population under the age of 25 years. Africa is an envy of the globe, accounting for 19% of the globe youth population. Let us tap into the readily available labor force of the young men and women and detract them from joining extremism. Free them from taking risk journeys across Mediterranean Sea and from appalling conditions and inhuman treatment some experience in the Gulf region. We need to harness the potential of our young people. World Bank estimate that 40% of youth who join extremism are motivated by economic inequality. The exodus of our youth and other professionals through legal or illegal immigration should be a concern for all of us. Our social fabric is being broken, yet human capital is in abundance in Africa. Africans, we have the power to reverse the brain drain into skills gain. I envision an Africa where everyone gets quality education and accessible health service, where no one will be scared to show their ethnicity, religion, or belief, where everyone can traverse freely without being scared of their safety, where everyone is respected for just being a human, where love and peace are our resources for being. Giving is cherished. Sacrificing in service for the benefit of others are honored, where integrity, honesty, hard work, and result-based leadership are the core motivation for all people, especially those who lead us. One Africa needs more than just talent and passion. We need a rich network of like-minded people, dedicated professionals, experts in various fields, and vast ideas on moving forward to bring about change and prosperity to our beautiful continent, Mother Africa. For a long time, Western media and other foreign nations have manipulated and distorted the truth about Africa for their own gain. No one else can defend Africa but Africans. No one else can support or change this continent, Africa, but Africans. Africa is our home. Africa is our heritage. Africa is our pride. Africa is for Africans. That's why you clap, guys. Thank you, thank you. Collapse the borders. We, the African youth, are ready and energized to build our continent into prosperity. We have the ability to solve our own challenges without external interference and manipulation. We are advancing to reach all Africans across the planet through conversation for a better Africa. We are on a mission to defend the image and heritage of Africa, to decolonize the mind through authentic knowledge, and create a bridge for oneness and peaceful Africa. The core essence of our unity is towards a one Africa of solidarity and peace and love. Knowledge is power. Our people need to be empowered through genuine knowledge based on our values, customs, beliefs, and Africa before colonization. Let us join hands and share in the vision of our humanity, the vision for a one Africa. With all humility, I pledge today that one Africa will unite and build Africa and its people despite of our differences, because our diversity is the key pillar of our unity. I sincerely thank and welcome you abroad to go with me in this journey. Thank you so much. Appreciate. And let me just finish by saying that my tribe is Africa. My tribe is one Africa. Whatever tribe you have, it's Africa. And that's how we can unite each other. Appreciate, guys. Thank you so much. A journey to one Africa. Why do I love Africa? I love Africa because I'm African. There is no one else to love Africa except me. There's no one else to protect Africa, to defend Africa except me, because I'm African. It's my pride, it's my heritage, it's my nature, it's in my blood. I have African blood in me. We might be speaking different languages. We might be like wearing different clothes. Today I look like Habesha here. We might be eating different food, but the fact that you're African and I'm African, I love you. You know, when you go abroad, nobody call me Tanzanian. They call me African. And whatever I do, they don't say Mika did this. They say African. That African guy has done this and that. So I represent Africa. You represent Africa. We represent Africa. That's the reason why we're here today. That's the reason why we should love one another. That's the reason why we should protect one another. That's the reason why we should stand for one another. Because if you fail, I fail. If you don't have peace, I don't have peace. If you die, I die. And if you survive, I survive. And that's what we need. We need people who will love Africa with everything they got. Because out there, nobody loves Africa. And it's my responsibility. It's our responsibility to love Africa, to defend Africa with everything we got. Thank you so much.
We love you, Mika.
Hey guys, 93% of people who are watching our channel, Swahili Nation, have not yet subscribed. Only 7% of the viewers in this channel have subscribed. What does that mean? It means a lot of people are coming in this channel to watch videos, but they do not want to be engaged, to be a part of this family and to support this movement and what we're working for towards One Africa in our generation. So my request to all of you guys, if you really like our content, you like what we're doing here in Swahili Nation, please do me a favor and subscribe to this channel. Don't do just that. Turn on the notification button. Don't stop there. Like the videos we share. Share with your friends. Leave your comments, your opinions, so that we may actually interact in the comment section, know what is happening. If you would like to support us even more financially, you can join the Patreon. The link is below. And also you can join us and become a member of this family. So please, guys, do us a favor. When you subscribe, when you like, when you share, you help us to reach to as many people as we can. We want this world to be filled with the positive message about Africa and One Africa, and we want the message to go all across the world. So help us by becoming part of this family. I love you.